All right. Well, in that case, then, welcome back to Talevyrr. And let's get straight into the recap because we don't really have anything else to say. We have no sponsors. If you want to sponsor us, please email. But anyway,
money.
no,
Wait.
that's a joke. So
This is
last
not a
session,
joke.
our adventurers found themselves still deep within the broken manor to the north of Bracton, on the road to Volt. Within, they had found so far a number of horrors, but that only seemed to increase last time. After searching through the servants' quarters and finding a book detailing the master of the house's slow descent into madness, Niss got into a fight with a treasure chest that happened to be a mimic, and also got into a fight with the floor, which happened to be a rug of smothering. After a tense encounter in which Niss almost died multiple times, they finally triumphed over the dangerous trap. Searching around the rest of the house, they discovered a number of magical items, including a legendary instrument of the bards, the Dos Lute, which had seemingly been used by the owner of the house previously to write a song known as an elegy to nobility. They'd also found a number of clues pointing towards the location of the now strange and undead master of the house, which could be found in the crypts to the outside. After engraving the name of the master on the crypt, they met with a very dangerous sight. In the center of the room was a phylactery, the master of the house attempting to become a lich. However, our brave party struck him down before he could have a chance to do that, saving the farmer that they had gone there in the first place to find from a very grisly fate, despite the loss of the man's leg. And now they find themselves waking up in the morning after that dangerous adventure in the Bronze and Boozer. Once more, their wounds feeling a lot better, their psyches perhaps not so, but that is where we'll pick the session up. So, as the morning dawns and you all find yourself sound in your beds after the harrowing day before, what would you like to do today?
I'd like to check to make sure Niss wasn't eaten by her bed.
I would have a witty remark if that weren't so very possible.
Roll for initiative.
Oh god.
Well, at some point today, I'd like to go and find a blacksmith.
Okay, all right, a blacksmith. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Can certainly do that. Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
Would it be possible for me to borrow some money from the party funds to maybe transfer a couple of spells over from this wizard's book that we found?
Yeah, we have quite a lot now, actually.
We did find quite a lot, didn't we?
How much do you need?
Well, I don't want to be greedy. I can if I just do 2 for the time being, just in case. I don't know if in case anyone else needs anything. So it's 50 gold, right, Steve?
50 gold per spell level.
Per spell.
Or half that if it's a divination spell.
Yeah, I don't think any of these are divinations, so it's just a full, whack. So if I could borrow 100,
Yeah, sure.
and then I can transfer a couple of these spells into my own spell book. That'd be grand. Thank you.
I would like to go to the library.
The library, the
check
tradesman's
on
library.
the floorboards that I left to get destroyed by that massive book, and look for some other things that I totally forgot about last week.
Okay.
Week before.
All right. Last week. Week before. Time flies. With existential dread. Okay, is there anything anybody else would like to do?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, we've still got that meeting, but have we still got a day's worth, or is that tonight?
The meeting is tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Fair
It's
enough.
2 days from the point, and you only, despite the length of, the length of time we as players spent, you're actually only in the house. You left the house the morning when you met up with Resolution, so you still have an entire day before you have to go meet with her The rusty key.
Cool.
I would like to buy a few health potions if that's possible, because I have zilch.
You'd have to
And-
find someone selling them.
Then I will spend the time trying to find someone selling them and then buy them if they are cooperating.
So we're doing shopping trips.
Yay!
Today is a shopping day. So, as you all make your way, you gather your things, put on your armor and clothing, gather your weapons, make your way into the outside to find the square rather bustling today. It seems that today is market day. And in the center of town now is a huge cavalcade of various different stalls, wagons, and shops. The smell hits you of different types of street food from lands near and far, smoked meats, fresh butchered pieces of fresh meat. You find stalls selling breads from different continents and different principalities. You see all sorts of different things going on here. There are people selling silks and other bolts of cloth. There is even someone here who appears to be some sort of enchanter. As you can see, their stall is quite grandiose, and the top of it is finished with a large illusionary wizard who keeps taking off their hat and pulling out a sword, putting it back in, putting the hat on, taking it off, pulling out a sword, putting the hat on, like an old neon sign, and it's in green. Yeah, like that, but much more fluid because it's magic.
Does he wink as well? I feel like he's winking.
He does, yeah,
Yeah.
of course, yeah.
Like the Laramie cowboy.
Just, yeah. Just over and over and over again.
I want to
So-
see what this enchant is all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so do I.
Big
I'll
giant
go
Yeah,
with
neon
that.
wizard.
I think we're all
I'll
just
follow
attracted by the shinies.
So everyone's making their way towards the enchanter. As you get there is a large crowd of mostly children surrounding this wagon, in front of which there is a sprawl of different sort of doodads and such. There are cages filled with birds with strange colorations. There is a large rectangular cage which appears to have a creature that keeps disappearing and reappearing in it. There are stands full of hats. There is a vase which appears to be full of umbrellas, and all sorts of things scattered around the front of this wagon. But through it all, you see a stooped over old man with a very pointy wizard's hat on that is bright blue and same bright blue wizard's robes, with a walking stick, entertaining a group of children with some minor form of prestidigitation magic.
So he's preoccupied with the kids first.
Uh-huh.
Right.
At the current point in time, yeah.
I will observe from a little distance away, and just kind of with a big smile on my face, just seeing this man doing his little tricks and magic and stuff.
You see he's got, like, in his hands, you can see in one hand there's like a knight, and the other hand there's a dragon, and they're having a fight right now.
Like the
I
bit
want-
from Kubo, but with like magic.
Like the bit from Kubo, yeah. And they're fighting each other, and there's like fire coming out of the dragon, and the knights blocking it with their shield. There's sparks everywhere, and you can see as he claps his hands together now, he goes like, "Woof," and it turns into a night sky above his hands, and you see now the knight sat with his fair maiden in the boat as he glides it along the river. And then he closes it, and you hear him go in a raspy voice, and then they all died of old age.
Ah,
I was with
That's
him until
essentially
the end.
happily ever after. They live happily ever after. Just the pessimist version.
Right, fun's over, little kids. Go in. You can come back later, don't worry, I'll have another showing. Yes, they die of old age in the end. Yes, go on. You too, Timmy. Go on.
Timmy.
He has regulars. I love it.
Ooh.
You're just going to
I
stand
polite-
there all day?
Politely applaud.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying the show.
Golf claps.
Yeah.
Golf claps.
How old are you?
I am 22, sir.
22?
Yes.
22? I bet you
Yes.
still know what the inside of your mother's womb looks like. Bloody whippersnappers. What are you doing here then? Why have you come to my stall?
Your marketing's great.
Oh, fantastic. On the bottom of the sign's out. He hobbles over to it, pulls his walking stick up, hits it, and transforms into a giant warhammer. And he goes, and smashes it on the side of the wagon. And you see as the sign on the front flickers for a moment, and massive words appear in it that say Jameson's Arcane Compendium and Menagerie of Magical Artifacts and other such paraphernalia. And it just keeps getting smaller as it goes down.
Yeah, I'm not writing all that in my notes. It's just Jameson's tack.
As long as you're
The
not telling him
name's-
that.
The name is Magus Jameson. Pleasure to do your business.
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
Yes. Now, are you going to buy something?
Well, that depends on what you've got for sale.
It depends on what you're buying.
Exactly. So, at that, I'd like to have a look around and see if there's anything that piques my particular fancy.
Yeah. He just goes, no, you won't find anything around there. That's for children and idiots. He opens his
I
cloak.
immediately go over and start looking at exactly where he just said.
What you
I would-
buying? And he opens his cloak and he's got like health potions in there.
Ooh.
Well, they'd come in handy. Is it literally just like health potions and stuff?
There's like a couple of health potions and some other potions that you don't recognize. There's like a dagger and there's all sorts.
Jamie.
And then he closes it and he opens it again and there's different stuff in there.
It's got pages.
No, he's pulling the same thing out. It's just every time he pulls it open, there's different stuff in there. It's like a catalogue, except there's no pages.
Wulfric, tell him we require his strongest potions.
I was thinking that, but I didn't want to do it.
You can't handle my strongest.
The potion seller. Oh, dear me.
Well, I don't have all day. Oh, I do have all day, but I don't want to take all day with you. What do you want? Tell me what you want.
Magic!
And he just
Let's start
put the
with a health.
spark in your face. Magic. There you go.
Let's start with the health potions, perhaps.
Yeah. What type of health potion?
What she said.
Do you have some standard health potions? Maybe greater.
You want a greater health potion? A greater health potion. As you can see, flicks like that, and a little notebook appears. He starts flicking through it with his finger. It's floating in the air. No, you don't smell very good. 500 gold each.
500 gold. And the standard health potions, how much would those be?
What's your name?
Niss, pleasure to meet you.
Niss. Don't like that name, so 70 gold each.
Wow. Gee, old
Wow.
man, you sure are a grouch.
What a
That's just
charmer.
Thank you very much.
Check him. I mean, I feel like all I'm going to get if I get a good roll is he's a bit of a dick, but I want to do it anyway. That's 16 plus 7, so that'd be
A lot.
23.
high.
That's 23. This guy is just really, really old. Like, really, really old. It's like your granddad's granddad.
It's no excuse for being a dick.
It's
It
not.
isn't his eyes.
May I ask why you dislike that name in particular?
Well, once many years ago, it was in a jungle. It was a plant. Was it a plant? Yes, it was a plant. It was a leaf of a plant.
Yes, I feel like you've started a story here.
You see,
This might
it
be
was the only thing around with which I could wipe my buttocks with. And the name of the plant was an Anisia plant.
Hmm.
So you remind me of my ass cheeks. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Oh, this guy's a delight.
Mhm.
I'm just.
I turn
pissing
around and
myself
let
in
them
the
handle
background.
it. I'm not in the mood for this. I just died. I don't. Nope.
Oh, elves. Such a charming bunch. So, anybody else want to buy something?
Of all the stuff that was there for the children and idiots, is there anything that might catch Randall's eye?
Oh, there's all sorts. There are staffs that are carved into heads are carved into the shapes of dragons. There is all manner of different familiaral entities of sorts. That there are cloths, like robes of different colors. There are scarves. There are gemstones. There's
Scarves?
everything. Yeah, scarves.
Any magical scarves? Jameson, you got any magical scarves?
Magical scarves. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
He strokes his long beard. Hmm. What's your name?
Arxan Salt's girl, the
Arxan.
vengeful.
Oh, the vengeful. I like vengeful people. Hmm.
Good.
Yes. I tell you what. I don't have a scarf, but I have something similar. Yes. It's a cloak.
Okay.
It's a big woolen cloak.
Tell me more of this cloak.
It's known as a cloak of protection. While wearing it, you can find yourself defended against harmful attacks.
How much would you want for this cloak?
Well, let's see. And he reaches in,
Oh, here comes the
Pulls out.
book.
pulls out a massive cloak.
Oh, okay.
Just dusts it off. No, one second. He summons like a dust beater in their hand. There we go, much better. So that it's deep, like dark brown, sort of very wool thick coat, and 2,000 gold pieces.
Don't think I have that, unfortunately. Niss, what's in the bag? How much have we got in my magical sack?
I pointed him in
Not-
message because I don't want the guy to know how much money we have. We have 1,500-ish. 1,450 now.
That's a little bit out of my price range. Maybe another time then.
I'm sure we'll see each other once again. Yeah, fine. Would you want
What-
any health potions?
Yes, please.
Yeah, go
I
on.
wasn't talking to you, beardy boy. Call that a beard?
I'm sorry, Pops. I'm not as wise as you yet, so you know.
Your accent. I know where you're from. Sniffed any cows' butts recently, Northlander?
Not particularly, no.
Yeah.
And since you're asking about
Arxan the
names, do you want
Vengeful.
mine?
No. Arxan the Vengeful. Yes. Would you like any health potions?
Aye, go on.
Okay. How many did you want?
How much would you want for 3 health potions?
3 health potions. Well, I'll do a deal on 3 health potions. 145 gold for 3 health potions.
Okay, yeah.
Good.
I'm gonna have to borrow a bit of cash from the communal fund.
No, I don't care where it comes from. Just who it comes from. Yes.
Okay, 3 health potions then.
3 health potions. Bloop, bloop, bloop. They hover in the air. Would you like them gift wrapped?
Yeah, go on then.
With a bow?
Why not?
Okay.
Tae'la is actually
Arxan?
doing that in the background.
Arxan? No? Arxan?
I can't?
Yes.
No.
No, Arxan? Sure.
I don't know what you're saying.
Arxan.
I
You want
can't.
an arcane enchantment on your gift wrap, you
No,
buffoon.
no, I'm okay. Thank you. That's a new one. I'm sorry, I've never had something arcanely gift wrapped before.
There you go. And he
Excellent.
hands it
Thank
to
you
you,
very
and
much.
it is silver wrapping paper with a pink silver, like a metallic pink bow on it. It's a big fluffy bow. Very
Excellent.
fluffy, and it flops about when he gives it to you.
Niss, can I get 145 gold from the communal fund then?
I open the bag of holding to let him take it out. You, Arxan.
Cool. Right, can I stick my hand in and try to find 145 gold?
Yeah, it comes out in a neat pile in your hand.
Excellent. I hand it over to Jameson.
Let's see. Right. Takes out a little bag, pops it in the air, and goes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great amount of gold. Now you're doing business. Now, see you later. And he clicks his staff on the ground, and you all shoot back about 30 feet outside of his stall.
Well, okay then.
Bit of a dick.
That was new.
Mm-hmm. Did you really want 2,000 gold for a cloak? That
You
seems
did.
a lot of money.
As for a magical cloak, though,
Well,
no-
yeah, but even still, that seems like a lot of money. Well, blacksmith then, Wulfric?
Aye.
All right. Should we all meet up here in a few hours? Because I'm off to
I'm
the
gonna,
library.
I'm gonna go mooch around the market. Like, I got nothing better to do, man. I'm gonna mooch around the market and then I'm gonna drink.
I'm going to stay with Arxan.
Okay.
I will
So-
follow Wulfric.
Wulfric,
Mm-hmm.
what sort of blacksmith are you looking for?
Preferably one owned by the Gilded Mountain.
You're looking for a gilded mountain blacksmith.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My voice doesn't get a break tonight.
I need to add those to my character sheet.
So,
I'll give you that later.
as you look around, it doesn't take long until you find one of the thick stone buildings, which is a hallmark of the Gilded Mountain. Walking inside of it, it's an internal forge and not an external forge. You're immediately met by the blast of heat, which you've come to know from blacksmith's forges. Inside, working there, is a rather tall for his kind dwarven figure, alongside a human figure. From the back, it's hard to tell if the dwarf, what the gender of the dwarf is, but the human is certainly male. And they're working away from you, and they're both currently working on the same thing. The human is turning something while the dwarf brings down a heavy hammer onto it.
I sort of wait between hammer strikes and call out a dwarvish greeting.
And what is this dwarvish greeting?
Sup,
You could
yo?
say it in English.
It's essentially hello in dwarvish.
All right, good to know. As you say that, the hammering, he turns around. Ah. Oh. Well, I suppose it's good to see at least one of you. The other one here looks like you've never done hard work in your life.
You
I
might
think
be
he's
right
talking about
that.
me.
You know what? That's a good guess.
Excuse the sound of the police outside.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Well, what can I do for you then? What are you doing? Eh?
Well, you see, I show him my original shield with the holy symbol on it, and then I get out the new shield and say, "I'm a cleric of Helm." And
Hey, no shit.
aye, yeah, you could have guessed. I'm gathered. But this new shield, you see, I'd like to transfer, or at least make this my my new symbol. So I'd like to, if possible, add to this new shield the rest
Right.
of the holy symbol.
Right, okay. Well,
You
in that
reckon
case
it's a good
then. Right, of course it can be done. But, I've got a condition for you.
Go on.
He hands you the hammer. You do it your feckin' self, you can have me forge. I'm going for lunch.
I was
There's
going to
some
ask
metal in
that.
the back.
Thank you
5
very
gold a
much.
bar. 10 gold for the good stuff.
Thank you very much.
Hey, and if you trash it or there's anything missing and you haven't paid for it, I'll hunt you down to the ends of the earth and spear you on me axe. And if you don't know how hard that is, well, it's pretty feckin' hard.
I don't doubt it.
Hey, generally axes ain't made for spearing things. They're for chopping.
And dwarven craftsmanship, I'm sure it can be done.
More like dwarven ingenuity. Now, I'm off for a pie.
You do that.
Hey, come on then, Gore-Tex. What do you mean Gore-Tex not your name? Whatever. He drags the man out with him.
Right then. Well, in that case, I'll get to work.
Can I assist in any way? I have no experience whatsoever, but if you need me to hold something still, I can probably manage that.
Moral support, maybe?
Probably
Okay.
being the word there.
Okay. I can walk backwards and forwards carrying stuff if it's not too heavy.
It might be too heavy.
Okay.
Do you want to just, I don't know, read a book? I might be here a little while, so.
Are there any books in here that I don't already? I haven't seen. Like, are there any kind of like?
There are no books in the Dwarven Forge.
Okay, well, I'll just I'll just take a seat and.
That's not a sponsorship.
Hey.
You wish.
Yeah, I'll just take a seat and watch and skim through some of the books and stuff that I've got. And...
All right, I'd like you to make a blacksmithing check for me with strength.
Yeah. I get to have proficiency to that, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, cool. So that's 24.
Remember, your proficiency's gone up.
I know, I rolled a 17, so it's 24.
Good. Yeah. So it will take you a few hours, but all in all, you will be able to fashion a fine addition to the front of this shield.
Nice.
All right. So, meanwhile, at the marketplace, Arxan,
Yay!
Niss, what exactly are you looking for? Are you just having a wandering stroll?
I'm having a wandering stroll, just sort of taking the day in a little bit. If there's anything, I assume it's mostly like meat, veg, just general
It's-
market type. For
There's sort of food market stuff, but there's also craft goods. There's like wholesale materials. There are armorers and such from out of town as well. Many of these goods were made out of town, and as such are not affiliated with the syndicates.
Okay. So anybody peddling plate mail?
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem that people are selling that level of armor.
Worth a look.
So.
I'm not even looking for myself at this point. I quite like my half plate for now, although I wouldn't shout it down. But I think Wulfric might quite like some plate. Anyway, just have a stroll, have a booze.
Yeah, you find there are a couple of vendors selling beers and other such alcoholic beverages, and you buy a couple. You end up spending a couple of gold in total on it. Maybe get like a pasty.
Yay!
Like
I've
a
still got my
kebab.
other ones wrapped up just in case.
Like a kebab or something. Yeah.
Surely a bacon butty, because it's like a D&D car boot, right?
Yeah, it's more less a D&D car boot and more like a D&D bazaar,
Bacon butty.
Adventure.
which means you need
I-
a doner kebab instead.
I ask Arxan, how many health potions did you get again?
I got 3.
Three.
I'm currently carrying around at the moment. Do you want to stick them in the
Yeah, I
bag
can
of holding?
do.
Or? Cool.
Should we get a few more while we're here, just in case? I'm heading back to the wizard.
You're heading back to Jameson.
Yeah.
Well, you can deal with him if you want.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
done my.
As you try and get close to the stall, dunk, dunk, you walk against an invisible barrier. 1 purchase per day.
Fine. I'll turn
Interesting
around.
business model.
And go back to Arxan.
That was quick.
Yeah. I think his old age is getting to him. Probably having a nap.
Meanwhile, at the library, Tae'la, what are you searching for?
I am looking for because I'm planning to be there for like the whole day. Books about the various syndicates.
Okay.
Any sort of books that might reference my tribe or similar tribes, and just bits and bobs of general knowledge.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me. But when you stroll past the aisle where you had left the book before, there seems to be no sign of it.
Oh, good. There's not like no sign of it in a hole in the floor.
No.
Someone picked it up. Oh, good.
There is just no sign.
Investigate. Ooh, 17 plus 0. 17.
Okay, so searching around, you unfortunately don't find anything on the syndicates. It seems like their knowledge is too new to be found in such a library like this. You think that it'd probably be best asking someone about that rather than trying to find a book about it. But you do find a rather interesting book titled Captured in the Past. A Guide to the Elven Tribes of Talevyrr. And the book goes into small details in a rather strange way about your tribes. There's little in there that you don't already know, aside from you find out that at least one of the tribes is in a desert area. But it's almost as if you're reading a nature documentary on your tribes. It's not from the point of view of viewing them as civilized people or even sentient people. They're viewed like a gathering of animals. You know, it mentions things like foraging habits and mating habits, daily rituals and such.
And here we see the Tae'la in its natural habitat.
I might be
Watch.
beginning to see where Arxan's coming from with the whole book burning thing. This is vile.
Watch as she nearly causes the downfall of her party by sleeping.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. Ooh. No, there won't be a book about that.
You can certainly ask.
Is there a book about shadow people that walk past you and laugh at you and then disappear?
So, would you say that you're looking for stories?
Yes, sure.
Make another investigation roll. This time with advantage.
Ooh, okay. Where's my other D20? Where are my D20? There it is. Nope, that's not D20, that is. Well, that's a 10
With advantage?
with advantage. The other was a 5.
So, excuse me. As you wander the library, seemingly aimlessly searching for a book based upon your vague description, you actually managed to find something rather unexpected in a children's novel. It's very, very old, and it's written in Elvish. The Elvish is written in, however, is so old that it's a dialect which you struggle to understand at points. But in short, this children's story, it tells the fate of the men who walk on mountains. And each page of the children's story says the following. The dark men walked across the mountains. And the next page says, the dark men walked across the seas. The dark men walked across the stars, across the fading lands of old. The dark men walked in devil's wake. The dark men walked where angels tread. The dark men walked in the city that never ends. The dark men walked. The dark men walked. And where they walked, no one knows. And why they walked, no one dares ask. Check your doors. Check your windows. Check your pathways. For the dark men walk. The dark men walk. But don't worry, kids. The dark men walk no more.
I immediately just check out any window or door, like. Ugh.
Now, Elvish, being a language that it is, and having a different way of being written and spoken to Common, when the Dark Men, when it is written as the Dark Men, men is a term. In the Elvish term would be it just says it would be more equivalent to person rather than men, and the actual syntax of it would say it's a number of them, a number, not like a couple, but a greater number than that.
Ooh, okay.
It seems to refer to them as if it would refer to the same way as humans.
Yeah. Like men as in mankind kind of thing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, that's creepy as fuck. Is there any illustrations or anything? Just text.
There is an illustration on the front cover which shows a picture of which is the reason you picked it up in the first place, shows the picture of a shadowy figure looking over its shoulder. The only things able to be seen are bared, smiling teeth.
Excellent. Thanks. I'll just spend some time just rereading that and memorizing it.
Okay. If you want to spend the whole day there, you can spend some time searching for more stuff if you'd like.
Okay, if I'm going to spend, I'll spend the whole day there. I'll just read up on Arxan's continent. I know Wulfric's from the north. I just want to find out where people are. I want to find out about Volt.
Okay.
Well,
Alright,
I'm from a fucking nowhere tribe.
Make another investigation check for me.
12.
God, you're bad at this.
I am bad at this.
So, though you do not manage to find a book on Carcia, you do manage to find books on Hjartarheim and on Volt. The book on Hjartarheim is missing most of its pages and appears to be eternally damp. And it smells slightly of mold. But what is in there describes it as a northern kingdom ruled by a long-standing family. It states that it is very boreal and that its chief exports being a form of magical ice, fish, and it is home to one of the arcane houses of Talevyrr. In this case, the House of Wulfric.
That spurs me on to further research, and I start looking at the houses.
Okay. The book you find on Volt, however, goes into more detail, into a bit about the city known as the City of the Bridge Divide. So, It talks about Volt's past, mostly, of how the city came to be, and the legendary battle fought in the place where the city now stands. It speaks of an orcish warband, the likes of which have never been seen since. It speaks of a great chief, an orc, who wielded the blade Mountain Slicer, and carved the mountain in two. From that, and the defeat of the orcish tribes, the great king of Irion, erected a city. But that was long, long ago, and now it has fallen into a simple principality. There's a long history of adventurers and heroes. And the final page ends with, while Volt may not be the most interesting of places, and may not be the most spurring of cities, one can find no doubt in the fact that those who begin their journey near Volt often find themselves ending their journey in the heights of the stars as heroes.
I
Springboarding
don't
now.
know that the orc that we met had Mountain Slicer, do I?
Nope.
Because it was said in Orcish. Okay.
Yep. The rest of the day is spent for you finding as much information as you can about the houses of Irion. You learn all of their names. You do not necessarily know where they're from, and you also learn what some of them are called. What some of them call their wizards. You know about the House of Cuprum, founded in Volt, and it calls its wizards Arcanists. Kjartaheim and the House of Wulfric, they call their wizards rune priests, or runesmiths more commonly. Rune priests appears to be a special accolade of certain ones. Then there is the House of Stanham. Where it is found, you do not know. And the House of Stanham call their they call their excuse me, sorry, one moment. They simply call their wizards wizards. The House of Stanham calls their wizards wizards. Then you know of Ulfar. You learn of the Principality of Ulfar and the House of Ferrum. They call their wizards binders. You learn of the House of Quicksilver, and they call their wizards maguses, though you do not know where the House of Quicksilver is. And finally, you find the House of Bismentium, and they call their wizards prisms.
Cool.
But unfortunately, finding out all that information takes the rest of the day.
That's cool.
As does the similar task of creating your shield. Binding metal into that shape is a fairly intricate and lengthy task. But by the end of the day, after the polishing and the grinding and the sanding and the steel wool and the forging, on top of all the forging, you find yourself with a very fine new holy symbol, which you also find time to consecrate as well.
Sweet.
So it's now your holy shield. You consecrate it with a small prayer to Helm and the appropriate things. It costs you in total 10 gold of materials.
Sweet.
So
During that time, if I wasn't asleep, then I would have been going backwards and forwards getting Wulfric drinks and food and stuff just so that he could continue working.
I assume you'll spend some of that time as well writing up your spells.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that will cost you a total of, I believe it's 50 gold for the two of them.
Yep.
Or is it 50 gold each? Each. So it's 100.
Level. Yes, it's 100 gold because it's 50 gold per level.
50 gold per level, yes. And you're doing two first
Just,
levels.
2 first level spells, yeah.
Okay. So you write those spells out.
Yep.
into your spellbook, and they're now in your spellbook.
Hooray!
So, Niss, Arxan, what would you like to do for the rest of the day?
I don't really have any plans today as such. I think I'm just sort of waiting for tomorrow more than
Just
anything.
resting.
Yeah.
Having a well-earned rest.
Taking it easy.
I'll be
Maybe
reading some-
consider another drink of the golden scales and then think, no, that was a terrible fucking idea. I'd like to be here tomorrow morning, I think.
I'll just be reading the books I got last time from Tae'la.
Okay.
And, yeah, nothing specific.
All right. So, as the day comes to an end and you find yourselves meeting up back again, as you said, in the town square, the market is packing itself up. Jameson's wagon packs itself up. You all are surrounded by the peaceful calm of Bracton for the first time in a while, not having any form of antics or dangerous things looming directly on your horizons. So, is there anything else you'd like to do before you go to bed?
Is it possible that I could have, before any of the stables and stuff closed down, just to find out how much they charge for renting and or buying horses and stuff?
Unfortunately, it seems today the stables are closed due to it being market day.
Okay.
But you have tomorrow morning that you could go see them.
Okay.
So,
Then
So
I will head back to the tavern.
I'm just showing off the shield because I'm very proud of my new work.
I'd like
I'm
to
just
think
very
you're not
happy about
showing it
things.
off though, but you just stood there and you're like,
It's very obviously there, yeah.
just buffing it.
I'll
I use
make
a
a
little
real,
bit of prestidigitation to kind of make it glow slightly.
no, I make a big thing about
Shine.
going up to Niss to put my old shield in the bag of holding if it'll fit through.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just so that I don't have to carry two shields because I feel like that would be just silly.
Wulfric, 2 shields.
No, my back is protected and so is my front. Would that boost my AC?
No.
No, but it
Don't
will.
even think about it.
Damn it.
Strap
Every now and
shields
again-
to every limb.
Every now and again you hear the grinding sound as the eye and the shield turns and looks somewhere else. Like,
That's kind of disturbing, Wulfric.
It is, but it's also pretty cool.
It is, but ugh. It's
I
like
just hold the shield
face
up
though.
to her.
ugh.
the eye,
Blech.
and then blinks.
Ah! When it blinks, I go, fuck! No, dude, what the shit? No.
Or I guess winks, because there's only one eye.
It's like worse than when you look at a portrait and its eyes follow you around the room. That one actually follows you. That's creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure it faces the wall when you're getting changed.
It's a holy shield now. I feel like it would have the decency to close its eye. I think.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
The shield does not seem to respond, not being a sentient item.
Well, you've always got to check.
Just a sentinel item.
Just be like,
No, just any chance I get, I'd like to just make sure that it's facing Tae'la.
What the fuck, man? What's wrong with you?
Because you
Do we
seem
know
the
what
most
the
bothered by
shield
it.
does yet?
yes.
I do.
Do you want to tell us? Or?
Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to.
but
I'll just...
it means that I'm real good at perception, yo.
Okay.
And
Shh. It's a shield.
Oh, is that how that is? Uh-huh.
No, I don't have the item up at the minute.
That's fine.
While
I
holding this
prefer it as a
shield,
secret,
you have
yeah.
advantage on initiative. Makes me quick,
Ooh,
potentially.
potentially.
Ooh.
In retaliation to Wulfric fixing his creepy shield on me at all times, I'm telling him about the stuff I've read about his homeland, but mispronouncing it on purpose. So I'm like, oh yeah, I read about Hajataheim. Yeah, it sounds really cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Yep. Isn't it great to be with friends?
Friendship.
Tae'la, did you manage to find a carpenter to make your log trunk thing into anything useful yet?
No, she needs a high-level druid, apparently.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm shit out of luck with normal carpenters. The carpenter here is a dickhead anyway, so I wouldn't give him my gold. But
Fair enough.
yeah, I need
That seems to be
fancy
seems to be a
druids.
trend
Yeah,
throughout
like-
most of the.
I mean, like, there's some nice people in Bracton, but overall dicks, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to find you a druid then.
Yeah, I mean, I have been in the library. I've been there for like 2 whole days looking. There's no info about the kind of druids we need. I'll just have to keep an eye and ear to the ground when we're moving about, see what comes up. But it can wait for now.
Okay. Okay.
So, as you all make your way back into the Bronze and Boozer, and you retire once again to your beddy buys, you recover some more hit dice if you'd spent some more, so you recover another half of the current hit dice.
Oh, I've got them all anyway. Can I re-roll my portent?
It's a new day.
Yay!
It's
Cool,
a new
because the
dawn.
last time
It's
they
a new
weren't
day.
all that great.
It's a new life.
They were kind of like in the middle. They weren't like good or bad. Oh. Cool. Done.
So, let's see here.
What?
What is
What's
this?
he doing?
What
Why
is
is he
this?
doing?
Stuart, sit down.
That's not even one of the books. That's one of his books.
Yep,
He made that.
he did.
What is he doing?
Stuart, put that back.
Take heed and go no further.
Is this what we get because Susie said that everyone are dicks?
Oh, he's not even responding. Oh, I hecked up again, you guys.
Now watch as the Tae'la ruins her party once again.
Why you got like a tiny like Jacques Cousteau like accent? Oh.
Okay.
There will be no food this winter. Of the Tae'la.
Her hunt was unsuccessful.
Alright. Every one of you would like to pick a number between 1 and 8.
8.
4.
I don't trust my ability to pick, so I'll randomize it. 2.
7.
6.
Okay. Okay. So, as dawn breaks and we come to a new sunrise, what would you like to do today?
Are we all still here?
None of us have been sent to Sigil, have we?
Yeah.
Tell me, what's sigil?
Oh, Taylor isn't there.
So, were we supposed to meet the leader of the Everflower? Were we supposed to meet her this morning or tonight?
but-
I can't remember.
On the lowdown. Later today, we gotta make sure we're not being followed. So,
Right.
Did we actually have a set time, or was it like sundown? Oh, I forget.
Yeah, I don't know if you. Well, I don't know my notes, so I don't know.
I'd laugh if she meant today, but we heard 2 days, and we're just really late.
super late. I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot.
Well, Randall would know because he has keen
Yeah.
mind feet.
It
But
was
I
the
don't-
evening.
Okay. So we've got
Fair
till the evening.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go and look at the ponies and find out how much, should we ever need them, how much they cost.
Okay.
I'll go with him.
Okay.
I don't know. I want to get to this meeting. Like,
Yeah, but it's not till the evening.
yeah, I know, but I don't know what to do through the day.
We were given a specific
Don't have
place
to
to
do
meet, though,
anything.
won't we?
Cool, then I
yes.
don't.
And you were asked to not be followed.
Yeah, the rusty
Before we
key.
leave, before me and Randall leave, then, like, do you reckon it'd be an idea to scout? You know, just have a quick look around the Rusty Key before we have to get there, just to check out the surrounding area.
The other thing we could do is if we don't go as a group.
Yeah, go individually.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
I can have. I can try and have Julian scout the area as well.
Just so we know what we're getting into before we get there.
I think a flay green-leafed owl thing might be less inconspicuous.
I have an idea. Stu, having spent a few days in Bracton, what have I've noticed if there's like cats and dogs about, like mice, rats?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yep. You've seen all manner of vermin, cats, dogs.
Cool.
There
Here's
are
what-
birds in the sky.
I could turn into like a stray-looking cat or dog and go check it out. I also can arrive at the meeting like that, so I'm not very conspicuous because, you know, blue person, big ears, pretty conspicuous. So I could do that.
There's an idea.
Good idea.
I can disguise myself if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Considering we are recognised, I think, in this town, it might be a good idea to learn a spell slot on that.
Arxan definitely is.
Oh yeah.
Here's what we need to do. We need to get some hair. We need to find some glasses, a big coat, and a hat.
Yeah. I'm gonna dress up Arxan so that no one recognises him.
Giant lizard Groucho.
Good luck
Marx.
with that.
Tae'la, what number did you pick?
I picked 4.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Hmm.
Carry on.
My wayward son.
Okay, so do you want me to check it out now? Go find where the rusty key is now, or are we going to do that later on? Because we
Yeah,
don't know
can-
where it is right now.
Yeah, no, you can do it now, might as well.
Mm.
And then, you know, when you can let us all know.
Okay, so I will. Where are we right now? Are we still in our room? I assume so.
Yes.
Okay, so I will just turn into a cat. I think I can turn into a
Meow.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. Oh my god, I have 2 hit points.
Yep.
Oh. Okay, so yes, I turn into a cat, a tabby cat.
Cute.
Okay.
I go to stroke her, and then when I realise it's Tae'la, I go, no, I won't do that. I'll just back up a little bit.
I do need letting out though. I mean, meow. Just at the door.
Okay, well, as
the
me and
door.
Wulfric go to leave to find the ponies, we'll open the door for you so you can toss her out.
I don't like who's consulting this folder too much. But he could just be doing this to fuck with us.
Well,
Who
me and
knows?
Wulfric have been to the stables already because we
Yeah.
found them a few nights ago.
Okay. So, are you going as a cat to the Rusty Key?
Yes.
Okay. And Randall and Wulfric, you are going to the stables.
Yes, please.
Right. So, as you all make your way into the town proper, It's not long before you two arrive at one of the stables in town. They're on the outskirts of town, but there are a few of them in whichever direction you choose to go. And when you get there is sort of the usual looking stable hands and and owners there. As you come close, they notice your intent, and one of them comes over to you. Oh, yeah. Hey, what are you doing over here? Coming to look to buy or rent?
Well, we're just kind of inquiring at the moment as to prices and such. We may be in the need of horses in the future, but we don't know exactly how long we're going to be staying in Bracton for at the moment.
Right. Are you going to using them to travel to a different place?
Well, we are planning on going to Vault fairly soon.
Oh, that's not a problem. We have a drop-off point in Vault, so if you take them there, you don't have to buy them. You can just rent them. Oh, I know that the lifespan of horses around adventurers is not the longest.
Well, I would hope that it wouldn't come to that.
It'll come to that. Trouble finds you guys, like a bad smell finds a pig.
I've not heard that saying before. I quite like that.
And he's not wrong.
I'm not entirely sure when we're travelling to Vault. It would be within the next few days, I imagine. But if we could get some kind of prices so that I can relay it to my colleagues, friends, adventuring companions.
Aye. Well, how many of them are you?
There's 5 of us in total. Though, I don't know if we'll. I don't know. See, Wulfric's here's got quite a lot of armor on, and we also have.
These are well-built horses, and armor's not that heavy.
But dragonborns are.
Not particularly.
Okay.
It's a horse, not a donkey.
Well, I turned to Wulfric and say, I think maybe me and Niss could probably share one, which would bring the cost down a little bit. Because I'm like a feather, basically, and this isn't very big either. So,
and also if we're traveling, bear in mind they may be able to hire us a wagon, so with less horses, but with somewhere where multiple people can sit in.
That might be a better idea.
We do have options.
Yeah, that might be a better idea. Okay. So, do you do wagons? Is that wagons? Are they a thing?
No, we do horses.
Just horses. Okay. How much would it be for 4 horses?
For the 4 horsemen. Is that what we're talking about here? Let's see.
Dibs on the white one.
What, pestilence? No, white horse is death. We're talking about. Well, altogether, I'd say travel to Vault, drop-off point there, with damage insurances for the goods. The goods being the horse. That'd be 55 gold, 7 silver, and 2 copper.
Okay. 55 gold. 2 silver?
No, 7 silver.
2 copper.
7 silver and 2 copper. Okay. And that's for 5? Just in case.
59 gold, 4 silver, and 9 copper.
Okay, good. And that's for all 4, not each, right?
No, that's not each.
Okay, good.
That's for all of them.
Because if it was each, then your second question wouldn't make sense.
Good point. Look, I've never rented horses before. Okay, this is new to me.
You're doing good.
Virtually everything that we've been doing in the last week or 2. Okay. Excellent.
It's a question of whether or not Niss will share with you on.
Well, yes, that's why I asked about 5 horses, just in case. I just feel like she'd probably be better on a horse than I will. I've never ridden a horse before. So
it's less cost effective. It's more you're not confident riding a horse.
Yeah, but don't tell anyone else that.
Yeah. We'll pretend that it's you being sensible with money, shall we?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
That would be great. What was your name, sir? Sorry, I didn't catch your name. My name is Randall.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Randall. My name's Jambert.
Jambert. Pleasure, Jambert. I will make sure that we remember this exact place, and we will come back to you should we need horses in the near future.
You know, should probably come up with a name for the stables. Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. We also need a name for our adventuring party. It takes time. Don't worry about it.
It does take time. Don't you worry about getting it done too quick. My name will come up as you get along.
I hope so.
Here's hoping.
Thank you for your time. Good day, and we'll not be being called Goof Troop. Goodbye.
Yeah, that damn voice.
On the wind.
So, as Tae'la makes her way as Puddy Tat
Pretty tap.
across the rooftops
There's
and
a
down
slight
the back
screaming in the
streets.
distance, and it goes. Oh! I'm trying to do the goofy scream, but I can't do it unless I do it loudly.
I'm glad you didn't though. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, yeah. As the sort of rather life cat makes its way across rooftops and down back alleys, it has one purple-furred arm,
Fuck.
and bright purple eyes. As it makes its way across, eventually you come close to where you were told the rusty key was. However, sitting on top of a roof, in the guttering, you see a shape. It's around 5 inches long and about 3 inches wide, and it is crystalline in shape.
I will move forward to inspect it closer.
It's currently covered in mud, dirt, and such from rainfall and general overgrowth.
Balls. I'm on the roof, right?
You're on the roof.
Okay.
There's
So-
a kitty on the roof.
Na, 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 na.
Na, na, na.
Alright, if I'm on the roof, because, like, no one looks at roofs, right? It's a pretty inconspicuous place. I don't see anyone else, do I? There's no freaking Ezio Auditore on another roof.
Make a perception check.
Definitely.
Da Firenze, sorry.
Ezio,
Oh, hang on. That was
Ezio de blah de blah de
that's
blah.
24.
Oh, damn.
So, looking around, there are a number of people on the street below you, and you're only on the top of a bungalow roof.
Shit.
So you're not that high up currently. If you changed back into a person right now, people would see you.
Bollocks! Ah! And I can't clean this off with my tiny cat feet.
You could.
Okay, then I'll scrub it off with my little paws.
So you're touching it.
I'm touching it.
Rip everyone in Bracton.
Quick, everyone in the chat, guess which plane we end up in now.
Press F to pay your respects to literally everyone that lives in Bracton.
I would
we
like
have
to
a
make a
gambling
wisdom
bot for
saving
this?
throw.
A wisdom saving throw? What's it? Good job, I'm wise as fuck. Hang on.
Yeah,
Oh.
I wouldn't agree with that. You touched the
Yeah.
big glowy crystal.
Crystals, you have a history with these.
I rolled
Strongly
an 18,
disagree.
and the wisdom is plus 8, so 26.
You do not manage to cut yourself on the sharp edges of this brown crystal.
A brown crystal.
The inside of it appears to tumble like earth falling down a cliff's face as you look at it. Obviously magical. However, you are not on a different plane of existence.
Oh, good. So I know it's a brown crystal, and the inside looks like earth tumbling inside it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have no idea what this is, right?
No.
Fuck.
Of course not.
Oh no, but you know, it's always worth checking.
Of course.
Shit.
Would you like to do anything with it? The crystal seems quite breakable.
Oh.
Come on, you're a
As
cat.
if it's like
Do
an
the cat
outer
thing.
shell around something inside it.
Push it off in the head.
I do the cat thing.
Okay.
Does it fall on an unsuspecting villager?
Already.
It does fall on an unsuspecting villager, and as it shatters on him, he winks out of existence.
Oh, shit, poor guy.
Is the crystal still there? Or did it go too?
The crystal shattered, and as the sort of earth inside the crystal fell on the villager, they winked out of existence. We're like, "Ooh!" was the last thing you hear.
Oh no!
Well,
I do the I do one last look to see if anyone noticed that happening.
Multiple people noticed it happening and are all scrambling to where the villager used to be.
I do the cat thing where I just like.
oh, we lost Jamie.
Oh,
Did you drop a crystal on Jamie?
I dropped a crystal on Jamie. Oh, what did I do? Oh shit! I will I'll
Okay.
head back to the tavern.
I poofed away.
Do you not want to investigate the rusty key? You never actually made it.
Yeah,
there.
oh shit, yes, I would like to do that. That's the whole reason why I was there. Also, I'll be listening to hear the people going, "Oh my god, Derek disappeared!"
You hear what
Oh, not
appears to
Derek.
be. You hear what appears to be a crying partner.
Oh
You hear a kid going, "Daddy,
no!
Daddy!"
God, Susie, why did you do the cat thing? Jeez.
In the distance, dogs are barking.
So we all encouraged her.
I'm easily
oh
led.
god,
you
this is
fuckers.
awful.
This is awful.
It's alright, you were a cat. It's fine.
You make your way towards the rusty key. It's
Oh, I feel awful now. Like,
it's a rather unassuming building, propped up between two other buildings, terraced. It's mostly wooden, and appears rather ramshackle. No one goes in it. No one seems to even look at it. It seems rather out of sight, out of mind style place. It bears no syndicate symbol on the front, and every now and again when you do see someone come out of it, they look like a very shady sort, usually cloaked in black. It appears that there's only one entrance. Skirting around the back, you can see there is no back entrance. There's only the front. There are, in total, 4 stories to this, but it's very narrow, tall. There are windows in the front, there are windows in every story, though it appears the windows are only front-facing.
And how like concealed is the only entrance? Is it right out on the street, or is it kind of like to the side?
It's set back slightly. There's like a saloon-style entrance, so there's like a front porch,
All right, cool.
and then you go into it. But it is effectively on the street.
Gotcha. There doesn't seem to
and
be
there
like
are-
anyone casing the joint, does there? Besides me.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, 16 again, 24.
As you walk past, or pad past, the front of the building on your sweep, you look up, and on one of the rooftops, perched on the other side, is a black-clad figure, seemingly looking around. The glint of a crossbow bolt can be seen hiding underneath its cloak, and they are hidden to an extent where people looking from that weren't specifically looking for a person would not see them.
Alright. Do they look like they're guarding the place?
They look shifty as all hell.
Right. Okay. Cool. Have I noticed if there's a particular guard presence around here, like patrols or anything?
You have barely seen any guards, actually, to be honest, while your time in Talevyrr. Whenever you have, they've been very obvious. The Everguard are rather forward in their methods. They're very all dressed in plate armor, very bright and shining, with long swords at their side. Easy to spot. But around here, it seems that they seem to keep away from this area, as most of the places here are independents.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right. Well, I shall do a final loop, skirt past the grieving family, and go back to the tavern.
As you skirt past the grieving family, you find 3 guards. As you get close, you hear a massive ruckus, and as you get close, you find 3 guards are currently engaged in combat with a large earthen creature, who picks one of the guards up and throws them across the street, smashing into a house on the other side. Cowering between the legs of this earthen construct is the villager you saw before.
Oh shit! I immediately bamf out of being a cat and help the guards.
Oh, right. In that case, then, roll initiative.
Because I feel fucking awful about teleporting Derek.
I'll be honest, I feel fucking awful about teleporting Derek. It's kind of soured my mood for the whole adventuring thing.
Oh.
I don't know why Derek hurt me. Like, it's like
Arxan quits and goes back to the monasteries.
I got a 13.
Oh. Well, can we have a quick break? Because I need to...
Mm-hmm. Okay, give me a sec.
I need to, like, sort myself out now that Derek's alive.
We'll be back in 5, guys.
Samson's letter caught, left unfought, defend. Armor laced with blood shall reclaim his name. Samson's broken heart shall revoke his claim. Samson's
Okay, so as you dive out of your cat form, everyone around you is too focused on the unfolding calamity to realize what has happened. However, in front of you stands a large creature made of completely of stone. Surrounding it are the 3 guards that you saw previously, and cowering between its legs is the figure of the, I guess, now named Derek, villager.
Yep.
Apparently
it's
so.
Derek. Yep, Derek.
Okay, you got a 13 on your initiative, right?
I did.
Okay, so you're up first.
I'm up first. Okay, cool. Well, shit. I should have been looking at this during the break, but fuck. Hang on. I am going to. Oh, Derek's between the legs of the thing, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay, bollocks. That's probably not gonna work. Not using that because I'll kill him. What the? Oh. Ah, fuck. I don't know. The first thing I'll just do is just a straight up produce flame.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Do. Ooh, 22.
That will hit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2d8. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-na-na-na. Ooh, 15.
15.
Yeah.
All right. So as you conjure the flame in your hand and hurtle it across towards the creature, it splashes off the stone of its body, leaving a large black soot mark where it scatters, and you see it turns its attention, like the sound of stone grinding over stone, and it turns to face you.
Yep.
It's now your go. And you see now it starts to sink into the ground, and it appears bursting out of the ground next to you. Both arms reached over its head, it slams down into you.
Yep.
With a 23 to hit,
I think that might just hit.
and the second one is a 13 to hit.
Nah, that one, no.
Okay, so as one arm slams down, catching you, it hits you in the shoulder, pushing you down onto your knee as the sheer force of the blow. As you do that, you bring your shield up, managing to catch the other one, your brace position, enabling you to not take the full damage. But you still, however, take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Super ow.
And that will end its turn as the guards go, "We got some help! An adventurer! Get him, boys!" This villager ends the way. The guards close in, and the guards just start hacking at it with their long swords. The Everguard members. Oh, okay, one of them crits.
Nice!
The other two miss horribly. For a whole 6 damage. Two of the swords meaninglessly clatter off the creature. The third one cuts into it, managing to get through the rocky hide of this creature. Which will bring us back to the top. You again.
Okay, I am then going to cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
Because I don't want to take another one of those hits, because that hurt a lot.
Yeah.
And then
As you cast mirror image on yourself, you begin to channel it. You seem to split into 4 different Tae'las which shimmer and move places, each of them in a different position and a different pose. Ones like that.
Then, as my bonus action, I will shout at any like onlookers to get the hell out of here. And then I'm like, fucking take me on, you prick, to the big rock thing.
Okay. The big rock thing responds by just bending down and just in your face before
I'm scared.
2 slam attacks. It's cocked. Okay, so we have a 16.
Okay, so
Hold on. And we also have a 26.
well, the 16 wouldn't have hit anyway, but the 26
Oh, really?
would. Yeah, I've got 17 AC.
Oh, very nice.
But when the thing targets you, the thing roll a d20 to determine whether the attack instead targets you or one of your duplicates.
Okay.
So if I have 3 duplicates, I must roll 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 9.
So
It
the
hits a
first
duplicate.
attack hits a... So the only attack that hits a duplicate.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so as it slams down and crushes it, it looks around, realizing it wasn't the right one. As it does that, the guards continue their assault.
If the attack hits the duplicate, which it would have done, the duplicate is destroyed.
What? Don't duplicates have a different AC value?
At 10 plus my dex. So
Okay, so that
13.
so you need to roll again
I do, yes.
for the second one.
So the second one was a 17, so that wouldn't have hit me either.
No. Okay, so 2 duplicates down. Okay, one of the guards once again manages to strike into the creature, inflicting a whole 5 points of damage. As the longsword carves into the stone, it doesn't seem to be doing much. It turns out longswords aren't very effective against a giant pile of rock. Tae'la, so I'll go once again.
Okay. Have any of the villagers moved? Like this?
The villagers don't seem to be moving. They seem quite content with standing their ground right now. One of them calls out, "Oh, these are our homes!"
Oh my god. You idiots. Oh god, I don't want to set people's houses on fire. Fuck. This was a really bad idea. Fuck. Yeah. Well, nope, that would kill a guard and her. Shit. I'm going to Flame
5
Blade.
Okay.
And then
Cast Flame
punch
Blade.
it.
Alright. Make your attack roll.
16.
That will miss.
Fuck.
As the flames clatter off the creature, it doesn't seem to have any effect. And in response, it reaches out to either side, smashes its hands into the houses either side of you, and just brings them in, trying to crush you between 2 walls of houses. And as they pull out, the sides of these houses just crumble down into the ground. One of them will definitely miss. Actually, but it will hit a mirror image if it hits.
Yeah, so I have to
So I
roll
need
above
to,
a
you
10.
need to make. Yep.
I did not.
So the first attack just misses in general. The second one is definitely a hit, so you need to roll again.
I did not.
Okay, so the second attack hits you, which because it's a 21. So that's another 2d8 of damage.
Yeah.
That's 8 plus 5. So as one of them misses, dodging across, like the pieces of it just scattering and missing you and your mirror images, you look to the side as the second piece just slams into you and pushes you, knocking you off balance for a moment as the sheer weight of a good portion of a house slams into you. Which brings us to the guards, who are once again going to try and hack at this
How
creature.
much damage was that?
That's a 13.
Okay. 13.
None of the guards hit. Their weapons bouncing harmlessly off. the creature, which is your go again.
Okay, I am then going to just scream at the top of my lungs. Tavern, Dragonborn, elf, human, half-elf, get them. And then I'm going to healing word myself at 3rd level. Because I am very much in pain right now. Where are all my d4s? No, for real, where are they all? There we go. 3 plus wisdom. Okay, so that's 8 plus 5, 13. Nice. And then with my action, I'm going to punch the fucking thing.
With the flame blade.
With the flame blade.
Yes.
Okay. Flame blade. Ooh, 16. Nope.
That misses, unfortunately. The elemental now seems enraged at what's going on. Just your inability to just die. And now it just goes... and disappears into the ground for a moment before erupting underneath you.
Oh, shit.
Reaching up to grab you. I would like you to make an athletics check.
Oh, I'm dead. Ooh, 19.
27.
Oh.
As it reaches up, it grabs you and just over her hand, just into the floor.
Just getting dunked. I get dunked on.
Be a natural 20.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm so fucking
Rip.
dead.
That's 4d8. Oh, really?
If I did max, that would kill me. Well, not kill me, knock me out.
So that's 16 points of damage altogether as it slams you into the ground and pins you there. You are grappled.
Okay, could be worse, I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck for that healing word. I'm grappled.
At this point, yeah, the guards sort of look at each other, just looking around like, we need to go get more help. Dromir can help. Yeah. And 2 of the guards just buck away, and the one left goes, I'll load him down till you get here. Druid, you alright? You're alive. And then he just drops his shield, realizing it's not going to help much, and just 2 hands his longsword. Oh, you beauty. That's a crit.
Oh, I love this guard. I want to do a smooch on him.
Dealing a whole 7 points of damage.
Still, heroic effort. I applaud him. Good job.
So these 2 guards have legged it as far as they can. Okay. So Tae'la, it's your go.
Being grappled, currently any attacks I attempt to do are at disadvantage, right?
Actually, I've got the book right here. Just use that. Grappled's always one I forget, which would be an interesting one to forget since it's one of the most common conditions. Let's see. Grappling. Ooh, Planes of Existence. I like that one.
Nope. Skip that one. That's not.
So you know your attacks are fine. You just can't move.
Okay. Because I'm never gonna beat that fucking thing. Trying to break the grapple. So I'm just, while I'm pinned, I'll just be like, "Fucking die, you bastard!" So.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna try and. Fucking! I keep getting 16. I'm cursed. That dice is dying. Go away from me forever.
Okay, unfortunately you miss once again, and now the elemental just picks you up.
I've got a bonus action. I'm gonna
what are you
heal
gonna do?
myself.
Okay.
Healing word, and I'm gonna do it at 3rd level again, because my 3rd level spells that I have prepared are fucking useless right now. So more heals for me.
Okay.
Oh. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh my god. Okay, healed me.
Okay. And now the elemental is going to do the patented elemental press. And just rub you between his two hands.
Oh. Well, Tae'la was fun. She was a good character.
That would be a 19.
Yep.
And a 17.
That matches, so that does hit, doesn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, the first one is 5. It's 13 is the first one, and the second one is again 13. So it's 26 altogether.
I am unconscious.
The elemental just drops you as he feels you go limp. He drops you. The guard goes, "Oh, that's not good, boys! Run faster! I don't know how much longer I can take him." Picks the shield back up again. And he's going to strike back, but misses horribly. Tae'la.
Death saving throw?
Yeah.
That was a 2.
Okay, so that is a fail. Okay.
Not okay, but yeah.
To quote Mr. Matt Coville, the earth elemental steps on your head to make sure you're dead.
That's not what you want.
No, it's really not what I wanted to hear. No.
You failed 2 death saving throws automatically.
Well,
Oh shit.
rest in
Tacky
pepperonis,
mushroom.
Tae'la. That's dead.
Yeah.
As you feel yourself being crushed in your unconscious state, you hear a voice call out to you in the darkness as your consciousness fades from this plane of existence. You know, this is snow from the top of Mount Celestia. A single sound can be heard ringing out. The sound of shattering glass. Back on the mortal plane, you see, well, no one sees who's here, but for the sake of this, we'll explain. From the corpse of Tae'la, as the foot lifts up, the small necklace containing the snow in it hovers above the broken body of the elf. Within, the drops of snow begin to melt before the actual glass canister cracks perfectly down the center. As it opens up, the entire necklace, including the metal, shatters. And a small pool of water forms in the air. Slowly it begins to glow, brighter and brighter and brighter, expanding outwards in a way that no water should. And then, bling, a single droplet falls into it, and it bursts into a pillar of light. Tae'la, in your dream, in your death, you feel something pick you up from underneath. The hands are warm and much larger. You hear the beat of wings, as on the mortal plane. Stepping out from it, a wave of light descends across all of the villagers, and they all stumble before falling asleep. The guard, "Wait, what's going on?" Oh, falls asleep too. As the wings unfurl, as a dark-skinned creature, taller than any man, steps through the portal, carrying Tae'la. Turning to the earth elemental. It places Tae'la down on the ground, her spirit fading into her mortal body, before calling forth a great flaming sword which he wields deftly 6 inches from his grip. You have fallen against the great solar Avacalius. My charge shall live this day, and in your death you shall know not to trifle with the gods. And in a single swipe, slices the elemental in two. Because your death shall not just be on this plane, and reaches into the space where the elemental once was, and just seems to tear nothingness out of nothing. In his hand, there is a small rock which seems to pulse like a heart. The princes of evil shall know. And the dust scatters off into nothingness. Bending down onto one knee, the creature looks down on you, Tae'la. Rise now, my child. As he says that, your eyes open. You're staring upon this figure. A halo around the creature's head, long flowing locks coming down over his face, obscured against the sun behind him. But for you, you see only the light of his radiance. Are you injured?
I don't know, am I?
You bear no wounds.
No.
Good. My debt is paid. You live once more.
Thank you.
May Pelar's light guide you.
I just nod.
As the creature steps backwards into a pillar of light, bows slightly before fading out of existence. And you are left silent and still. Across the village, across the town, everyone else, including the rest of the party, lies asleep. Every animal, every insect, every living being in the entire town sleeps soundly, save for you, Tae'la.
And they're all asleep. I can tell they're asleep.
You can tell they're asleep.
Jesus. Whoever that is. Well, I'll just sit there for a little bit being like, holy fuck, I just died. And there was like a fucking angel dude. What the shit? Just processing what's just happened. But then I will go back to where the guys are.
Making your way back through the town, people slowly begin to rouse themselves around you. And as you walk now, it seems that anyone that was doing anything which could have caused them harm, they stopped and put it down, saved whatever it was before they fell asleep. Standing back up again, none of them seem to have realized they all fell asleep at all. In your mind, the memory of what you just saw is nothing more than a bright light. You remember death, you remember a warm touch, and a bright light.
I'll just get back to the tavern and I'll crack open that whiskey that I found in the cellar and just be like, duh. Yeah, that's me. Just shell-shocked by it all.
So, as the rest of the party comes round, with Arxan and Niss making their way up into the tavern, and Wulfric and Randall making their way back from the stables, you all find Tae'la sat at one of the tables, quite a deep amount into a bottle of whiskey.
So, what did you find out?
Go on, what were you going to say, Stu?
Oh no, carry on.
You okay?
I died.
But
Yep.
you mean the cat form died? And
Nope.
What?
Nope. I died, and then, well,
At the Rusty Key. You went to the Rusty Key and you died.
yeah. Well,
What?
wasn't quite at the near the rustic key. I went there as a cat. I saw this crystal thing. I was inspecting it, knocked it off the roof, and it summoned like this elemental thing, and then it killed me, knocked me unconscious, squished my head. I died, and then I didn't die, and then everyone was asleep.
I mean, you're
Right.
Don't
here.
How much of this whiskey have you had?
Don't, Randall. I'm not in the mood.
I feel like at this point Wulfric could roll an insight check.
Of course. Tae'la, the information about.
Thank you.
Ooh. That would be a 21. So.
Okay. I mean, Tae'la, are you telling the truth?
I am 100% telling the truth.
Just from past experiences, I felt like Wulfric would probably want to give a good eye, but yeah. I'd just go over and put my hand on your shoulder. I wouldn't say anything, but I'd just be like, it's alright.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Just, wouldn't recommend it. Don't try to 1v1 Earth Elementals. It's not a good time.
I feel like it's a bit early for us all to meet our maker just yet.
Yeah. Oh, have I noticed that my necklace is the one I got up? It's gone.
It's gone completely.
People don't just come back.
Well, I did.
How?
It was apparently... Well, apparently a gift from the Elder.
So it had nothing to do with, say, your eyes or the arm?
I don't think so. My necklace is gone that I got from the Elder. I felt warmth and I saw a bright light. And then I woke up and I was fine. There was no broken bones, there were no wounds. My head was intact.
Was anyone else around to see any of this?
Here's the thing. When I woke up, everyone was asleep. And I'm talking about everyone. Everyone in Bracton.
Right, but we don't remember falling asleep, do we?
No.
I mean, the last time I slept was last night, so...
Is this like the time that I apparently turned inside out?
You did turn inside out.
You did.
No, but I didn't. I know I didn't.
But you did.
Is this like that? Is this one of these things where only
apparently.
you go, like...
At this
one person...
point, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's bizarre as hell. but I wouldn't be surprised.
Do I remember the creature saying about Pelor? Do I remember that?
Nope. You currently still feel like you're being touched by the rays of a warm sun.
If one of these guys like touch me, would I feel warm? Or is it just
I don't
like
know.
an inside?
I'm gonna say because I do have my hand on her shoulder.
This doesn't feel any more warm than usual to you.
Right.
I don't know what it was. I don't understand any of it. I mean, the elder said that the snow inside was from Mount Celestia, so I don't know if that has any properties or whatever, but I fucking died!
Long shot. Would any of us heard of Mount
No.
Celestia?
No.
That's right.
Hence why I prefixed it with long shot, and I don't even think I used that word right.
I'm not even going to ask you to roll for that because it's an impossibility.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did you get to the rusty key, or was this before?
I got there, I checked it out, and it seems like it's a shady sort of joint, so as long as we don't draw too much attention to ourselves, we should be alright.
Right.
One by one, go in, no as a group. Don't mind the guy on the roof with the crossbow. He looks like he's guarding the place.
Oh, okay.
Also, there's only one entrance in and out, so if it's an ambush, we're dead.
Great.
Well,
But hey! What's the worst that could happen, huh?
Well, you
Died
managed to come
twice?
back. Yeah, fine.
Sure.
Is there anything
the
else we
question.
need to get done before we go?
Not personally, but I mean, I think the question here now is it worth going back? I mean, if this is the sort of thing that just scouting the area brings us.
I don't feel like it was my own stupid fault.
you said something about a crystal.
Yeah, it was in the gutter of a roof adjacent to the place.
So, do you feel like it was more related to the other crystal that did the other thing that we won't go into right now?
No? The thing is,
So
it was
basically,
covered...
all crystals avoid.
Well, yeah. It was covered in, like, grime and stuff, like it'd been in there a while. So
Where was it? Where was it?
it was just in the gutter of a house across the road from the Rusty Key.
What, on the roof?
Yeah, in the roof.
How on earth did he get up there?
Let's be careful with crystals in the future. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but
Yeah, I thought we'd learned that lesson.
no.
Don't touch crystals, at least unless we're all there.
See, I think it would have
Sounds
been
reasonable.
fine if... Excuse me, sorry. Is that Tae'la burp there? It would have been fine if I hadn't have run headlong into combat on my own. I mean, there were some guards there, but...
Yeah.
It was mostly my own stupid fault.
I'm glad you're not dead. That sounds such a strange thing to say, but
But let's face it, I'm glad you're not dead, and I'm glad you weren't eaten by furniture. Like, when we
Right.
really tot up the weird things that have happened, you don't have to worry about it.
I offer the whiskey bar and I'm like, here's to not being dead.
Cheers.
And with that, we're going to take a quick break because the DM has heard his voice pretending to be a lump of rock and needs to go get a drink.
Back in a minute.
All right. Well, welcome
I can
back to the living and the dead. So, as the day wears on, here in the tavern, the sun begins to set and evening begins to draw in. What are you doing in regards to the evening?
I think we should eat. We should maybe have a little drink for a little bit of courage, perhaps, before we head off. Because if it's as Tae'la says, it's maybe the last time we get to eat.
I mean, I'd like to stress that I didn't say that the rusty key itself was dangerous. I have said several times it was an elemental in the middle of the street out of nowhere that killed me.
But you did say that there was a man with a crossbow, and if there's an ambush, then we're probably all going to die.
And it's a shady part of town, and
Yeah.
be on guard.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we all try to turn up individually and not be followed? Or pairs? Or as a group and just really, really try and not to be noticed? How do we get there, is essentially what I'm saying.
I mean, I feel like as a group we're very noticeable.
Some more than others.
I don't know what you
Not
mean.
quite. I am not naming names, but some more than others.
Arxan.
Says the blue-skinned elf. Oh, you can do cat again. You can.
Yeah, I can. Probably that's what I'm gonna do. But maybe like a dog this time, so it's not the same cat, just in case.
I'll go as a dog with a person. We can do smaller groups.
Mm-hmm.
It should be fine.
Stu, you know, with the explorers pack, do we get like traveling clothes and like would I have like a cloak that would go over my gear?
I mean,
just so that I'm less conspicuous, basically.
you have a blanket.
Would I look more conspicuous walking around with a blanket, though?
If you pin it right, maybe not.
Well, damn.
Oh, I still have a cloak. That cloak from the Heidi elves in the mine. I still have that.
You do.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
The one painted to look like rock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Conspicuous rock apparently in a town, but yeah.
You could always turn it inside out.
Yeah. I'll give it to.
So the painting of the rock stuff is on the inside.
Then again, would it be better for Arxan because
The more help we can give Arxan, the better at trying to be inconspicuous.
all the blankets on Arxan?
I'd like to raise the point that when it comes to being stealthy, you're worse at it than Arxan is.
I know, but at least I'm not a giant, like, scaly.
Yeah, but you do have a huge eye on your back.
Shh. That's why I was hoping I could get.
I give him the
and
cloak.
Just do it
Yeah.
over everything.
I give Wulfric the cloak.
Okay.
So I'm assuming Tae'la has given us the details of where it is and how to get there.
Yeah, I've filled you all in on where it is. And
Okay.
I can go with the more, I guess, conspicuous people because I can have Julian fly above us and see if anyone's following. Perhaps that might be an option.
So how many at a time?
2?
Just in case things go down. But we can't really do 2 at a time, what with being 5 of us.
I mean, I'll go on my own.
Well, then we can do 2 at a time.
Because that went well.
I'll stay behind you. I have Julian fly above, so we're not in a one big group.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go last, and I can disguise myself as a commoner.
Cool.
So the buddy system. Who's
Isn't-
going to be my buddy?
Well,
Don't all leave at the chance.
I mean, we've been out during the day together already.
Aye.
Would it be weird if you went?
No, it's fine. You can be like my little my little half elf buddy. It's fine.
Little squire.
Yes. Oh, that is a great idea.
Oh god.
You can be my squire.
Would Randall know anything about what a squire is?
Means you carry all his shit.
I mean, you know what a squire was. You read books.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Only if anyone asks.
Right.
I also have a pipe. And a torn up fancy waistcoat.
We should
I don't-
totally bundle up Arxan in all our blankets and just right across his face and just stick a pipe out front and have him walk. Oh.
Nope.
You can also wear the broken spectacles.
Snap
How
one
about I
half,
just
you've got a
walk
monocle.
there?
Come on, Arxan, pipes are fun. They're great to gesture with. Like, it's
Suddenly
I mean-
Jamie aged 10 years.
people
Scratch-
listen to you
scratch that
when you have
30.
a pipe.
30 years.
So, who's heading out first?
Maybe Arxan should go first then, and then maybe we could follow him,
Yeah,
or one
sure.
of us could follow
yeah.
him to make sure that no one's following him.
Wait, so we'll be the ones following him to make sure no one else is following him,
Yes.
other than us.
Yes.
That is actually not a bad idea.
Oh, this is gonna go so badly. I can
Swimming.
feel it. I can.
Okay. So who's getting first? Arxan is going first.
If that's okay with you, Arxan.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, are you just striding forth?
I
Arxan.
don't imagine
Yeah,
Arxan's
yeah.
to be one to.
Okay. All right. And who's following behind Arxan then?
Me and Randall, I guess.
Okay. And are you looking out for anything?
Yeah, we'll be,
I'd like to be on the lookout just in case.
Yeah.
Do you have your shield out?
Out? No.
Okay. So
'Cause
you
I feel
will not
like
get
walking
the-
around like this would be more conspicuous.
Unfortunately, you do not get the advantage on your perception checks then.
It's a shame.
But make that
I'm willing
perception
to
roll.
take.
Both of us, yep.
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Mhm.
That would be a 25.
Okay. So as you begin to walk,
Yeah,
Um,
19 for me.
for a time behind you, a cloaked figure seems to follow for a short amount of time, but then as you turn a corner, they no longer seem to be following you, and for the rest of your journey there, alongside Arxan, who's around 50 feet in front of you, you don't seem to see them again.
And how far away was the potential follower
They
from where
were
we wanted to be?
they were quite close behind, maybe 20 feet at most.
Right. And how far away from the rustic are we?
You've managed to make it all the way there now.
Right.
They stopped following you fairly quickly.
Right. Fair enough.
Okay, so who's traveling next?
Well,
guess
did
that-
Niss say she was gonna go last?
Yeah, and have Julian hover so they can maybe see if someone is approaching the rusticy.
Okay, so
Okay.
I'll go next, but before I leave our room, I turn into a dog. But like, not like
Yeah.
a fancy dog, just like a street mutt.
So a street mutt with one purple leg struts out.
If you limp on the leg, you look diseased.
Shall we just go together then? As
Yeah.
if I'm just turning into a human.
Okay,
One of-
disguising yourself in yourself to look like old Farmer Ben.
Oh, I could be like your farm dog. That's cool.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
Yeller.
Yeah.
No wait, that didn't end well.
Please don't send me to the farm. I've already been except.
So, as you make
There
your
and back
way,
again.
can Julian make a perception check?
Yes. I can see through their eyes as well. I don't know if that makes a difference.
at you. I mean,
I would-
either way, you know. If you are currently looking through Julian's eyes, you can't see. You have to exchange.
Well, I have a guide dog.
That is true. But,
16.
yeah. 16. So, as you're walking along, Julian reports back that they have seen two black-robed individuals talking on a rooftop, though one of them seems to just shrug and the other one nods, and they both part ways to other parts of the town.
Okay. So, no one's following us,
Doesn't seem
really. Good. Then we're going into the Rusty Key, and I will have Julian sit on one of the roofs outside, within 100 feet,
so. Okay.
to watch the entrance area.
All right. So, as the last of you makes your way inside, a rather ragged-looking individual comes over to you in a hooded brown cloak with a walking stick. They seem quite infirm. They're walking with a limp. And as they come close to you, they sort of butt into one of you. Oh, sorry. And they then lean in close and go, "Boof, at the back." And just go, "Oh, where is my... barman, can I get another drink?" So now as you look on the inside of the Rusty Key, it is very dingy in here. Everything is lit by small, almost completely burnt out candles that gives it a pallor of just darkness to the entire thing, pinpricked with these golden lights. The furniture is old, rough. The seats have holes in them where the feathers have pushed out, and many of them the seats are just flat at this point. Some of the furniture appears to have been reconstructed, and other parts appear to have just simply been constructed out of scrap wood. Nearby, one of the tables is in fact made out of a barrel upturned. But the booth at the back that you are being directed towards is hidden behind a curtain. And as you go beyond, you see the figure of Resolution sat at the table. No guards. They're there with a hood up, cradling a drink between their hands. They turn to face you as you go in. Ah, good. You've arrived. Our other guest will be here shortly. Please,
Other guest?
sit down. All will be made clear very shortly. I assure you, I have kept nothing from you.
Okay.
I walked in as a dog, but like as I got through the curtains to the booth, I turned into me so I can talk.
Mm-hmm. Resolution does not seem to bat an eyelid at all to this act.
Take a seat.
Right. The waiter will be through soon with your drinks. For now, it appears our other guest has arrived. And as the curtain pushes back, the old doddery man walks through. Oh, that act really does a number on my back. As he takes the cloak off and pulls the like rags from underneath, you see a resplendent set of silver plate mail underneath. Standing tall, his cloak unfurls as he ties his hair back into a tight ponytail and just brushes dust off of his well-trimmed beard. He goes, "A pleasure to meet you all. I'm Peacekeeper Savant Rodal, the leader of the Everguard here in Bracton. Sorry for being so doddery when you came in, but sometimes you have to make sure you're not being followed. There were two figures skulking around earlier, though there was something strange happened with an earth elemental, apparently, at one point today, and it appears to have scared many of the pursuers off. Something about a bad omen.
Wonder what that could have been.
I would agree. Bad omen.
So, and he sort of shuffles into the booth at the other, like alongside Tae'la, alongside Resolution, facing all of you. You're probably wondering why the leader of the Everguard is here speaking to you alongside one of the members of the syndicate, or one of the leaders of the syndicates. Resolution goes, I have always had a great sense of justice. It's what my syndicate is founded on. Recently, there have been some problems in Bracton regarding the syndicates. In particular, one of them. I'm sure you have run into their shops at least once.
Oh, I have a hunch.
Which one do you think it is?
The creepy ones.
The Atramentus Coronet?
No, I think
They're
it's
really, really cheerful.
the cog ones. I can't remember what they're called.
Oh,
You would be
Locksmith.
correct. You would be correct, Tae'la, yes. The Atramentus Coronet, while definitely creepy, are, well, they're just that. Creepy. Everything they do is well sourced, well maintained. Though their methods are, frankly, disgusting, they abide by the rules. Lockspire, however, does not. You see, we have a problem. Here in Bracton, there is an unwritten rule, maintained by us, the Everguard. Though the syndicates are allowed to conduct their business the way they see fit within Bracton, none of them are allowed to expand outside of the settlement. The power that they hold would cause a destabilization of the trading, and not just Volt, but across all of Irion. And that is something that obviously we do not want. And the syndicates agree for this, for the most part. To them, it is mostly a sense of friendly competition that keeps them together, rather than some deep-seated want for currency. This is all except Lockspire. They've only been in town for a couple of years. Set up shop rather quickly. And since then they've expanded to the size of the other syndicates that have been here for several hundred years. You see, that's where our problem lies. They don't abide by the rules that the rest of us do. They don't have our sense of rivalry, our sense of challenge against each other. Even the syndicates that we dislike, it's purely through a general sense of rivalry. But they're just out to make a profit, and they're squeezing everybody out of a business. But that's not the problem. You see, I have some ears in deep places. And one of them has recently been telling me that members of Lockspire have been consulting with a settlement to bring something to them. And that's where you come in. As adventurers, you're afforded a certain sense of ability to go where you please, really. People generally don't want to meddle in the affairs of someone who can launch a fireball at them from nowhere. And as such, perhaps you can investigate this for us. There is payment, of course. And it is more than just the petty quarrels of people who don't like being pushed out of business. The true thing here is the fact that they are trying to expand beyond Bracton.
Have you tried talking to the other leaders about this? Have you tried talking to the leader of Lockspire? Is it Drazzle, is it?
Drazzle and Krazeldak, brothers.
Have you not spoken to them about this?
They were unavailable for contact, according to their secretaries.
Huh.
The other syndicates are on board with this. That's part of where your reward money is coming from.
Right.
It's just easier for me to speak to you. People generally think a tiefling is more involved in shady businesses.
So what is it you want us to do exactly?
Lockspire have just opened up a new warehouse, close to the center of town. It lies on one of the hills. Ever since it opened, their rate of production appears to have increased tenfold. Basically, we want you to go to that warehouse, preferably under the cover of night, and investigate it. See if you can find any concrete evidence which appropriates them to consulting to give these whatever it is they're giving away, and find out perhaps to whom they are giving this stuff.
There seems to be a lot of unknowns in this.
In every situation, there are a lot of unknowns. Just most of the time, you don't talk about them.
And they lead to unspoken rules that other people can then come in and exploit and create situations like this. You should start writing down your rules.
Most of them are.
It's the unspoken ones that cause the problems. They rely on respect.
And respect is given to good people. Do not look to good people for the problems, when evildoers are the ones that exploit them.
And then people like us have to come in and fix the mess.
Well, is that not your job?
For now, apparently.
Are you not one to uphold law, whether written or unwritten? I do believe that's point number 1 in Helm's scriptures.
You're not wrong.
I'm just a little confused as to what it is we're doing and why we're doing it. Or potentially what we're doing and why we're doing it.
To put it simply, we want you to go to this new warehouse and find dirt on Lockspire, so that my good friend Rodal here can bust down their doors and arrest them. The other syndicates
Right.
cannot be seen to be involved in this. Doing such would violate our laws and in turn render us at the mercy of the Everguard.
So
Yes,
basically,
dodgy
you want
town.
us to. So you want
Exactly.
us to find. You want us to find evidence as to them breaking a law.
Exactly.
What is it exactly that you expect them to be breaking?
The fact
What are
that
we looking for?
you're looking for communications, letters, whatever it may be, to whomever it is that they are giving this stuff to outside or selling this stuff to outside of the settlement.
So basically, anything that breaches Bracton's trade agreements.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Bracton
Do they-
exists in a bubble, to give you a metaphor. And if you pop a bubble, everything within it spills out. What we're trying to do is prevent the needle.
Right. Do they have guards there? Do we? I mean, we're still fairly new in town, so it's not like we've got much knowledge of Lockspire in general. I don't. Has any of us been in a Lockspire? Like, I don't think
No.
any of us have actually been in any of their shops or.
But we've heard about how their goods are lower in quality, and the fact that there's like 9 million shops. Because
Am I
remember
right
the
in thinking they
taverns,
use?
had like 5 of them next to each other.
They're
Am I right
essentially
in
mass
thinking
production.
They use automatons of some description.
Yes, unlike the other syndicates, Lockspire don't use people for their guards. They animate armor.
Huh.
It patrols their grounds.
Let's see.
They're also known to replace doors with trained mimics.
Oh,
Thanks for
well,
letting us know.
that's good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of put a hand on Niss's knee, like, it's okay.
I look good, Tae'la.
Okay.
And do we know it's only doors? Do they do mimic anything else?
We've only seen mimic doors. But much about Lockspire remains secret.
You know what? I'm in. I wanna kill some mimics.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little out of my purview. I've never really done corporate espionage before, but sure.
I just want to kill mimics. You can do the rest of this.
I haven't even discussed your payments yet.
Mimics.
Mimics?
This is confrontational therapy right now.
What would the pay be like? What are we talking?
Currently, we're looking at around 1,750 gold pieces.
Wouldn't that 2,000 be a nice round number?
It would be if we could get that amount.
Question is, what are you paying for? Are you paying for us to do the job? Are you paying for us to keep quiet about it as well? About the involvement of particular syndicates?
There are no syndicates involved. You're doing this for Rodal.
Just out of a character.
Yeah, there are no syndicates.
The cleric just asked for hush money.
Yeah.
Just address that
No.
right now.
No, I didn't ask for hush money. I am asking for clean money, not dirty money. It's anyone else's option to pick up on any sort of hints.
So who is providing the funds? I assume it's a personal cost.
The other syndicates.
Well, if
I
it's...
believe that's what they said, that all the syndicates are involved, but technically they're not.
I mean, if it is though, they can't scrape together $2,000 between them all.
Yeah.
No, this is coming from my own personal coffers.
Insight check.
I would also
Sure.
like.
Oh, rolled a 16.
Oh, I rolled a 5. So
20.
She's telling the truth.
Why is it coming from our personal coffers when the syndicates profit from it?
Well, for starters, I'm one of the syndicates. And secondly, like I said, I have a strong sense of justice. And third, Lockspire's goods don't last. I like things that are built to last.
Right. So, do we have time to go tonight, or should we case out the joint during the day and then go the following night?
Good question.
I feel like moving tonight would probably not be a good move. We should probably check it out before we just dive in.
Well, you could have a look again in one of your special forums without, without getting too close to things.
Just don't touch any crystals.
Or doors, apparently.
Or doors, yeah.
So no crystals and go through windows. Is essentially the plan.
But what if the windows are also mimics? What if the whole thing's a mimic? Ah! Actually,
Well, then he's bloody thorough.
I will turn to
Can you-
Resolution
can you-
and the captain of the guard. Captain. Or not, as we're here today. You are obviously someone who knows Bracton. If we were to attempt this, How would you recommend we go about it?
Part of Lockspire's automated security systems, from when they've gone haywire before, well, they don't have any sense of sentiency. They don't report alarms. They don't have any sense of, communication. Generally, we've found the best way to deal with them when they've gone haywire before is to smash them, to put it bluntly. That said, I'd recommend that you don't be seen unless you're planning to find something. Any traces you leave as yourself could make you findable.
And what would the guards of the town be doing while this was going on?
They would be doing what they always do, guarding the town.
Are there only automatons at the production plant, or do the bosses stop by now and then?
Afraid I'm not familiar with this automaton that you speak of, but they're magical constructs, they're magical armors. I have only seen either of the brothers once, and it was not at that facility.
It's just I'm just worried that if something was to happen and guards were to be called to the area, that they would interfere somehow.
As far as anyone that is not sat at this table is concerned, you don't exist in regards to this operation. If you are caught, we will deny all evidence of your involvement.
Thought as much.
The reason why we're asking you to do this is because we believe that you can succeed.
Well then.
Well, I'm in.
I'm not particularly the lightest of foot, but, well, I'm in as well.
We'll find a way through. That'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Hey, if anything else, I'll be lookout.
Okay.
In that case, let me share some details about the facility. Resolution? She pulls out a small gem where it has a golden casing around it. She plants it in the middle of the table and taps it on top. And as it does, building itself out of lines of magic, a form of the warehouse appears on the table in front of you.
That's fucking awesome.
And Resolution flicks it with her finger and it spins. As you can see here, there's only one entrance at the front, double doors. Every morning they're unloaded. Large amounts of boxes come out of there and they're shipped all across town. They're taken out by animated armors. It's all automated. There are no windows in the facility, though we know from having seen the doors open that there are torches inside keeping it alight. Beyond that, however, there's no other way in or out that we can see.
Do they take deliveries?
They don't know.
Fuck. Oh well, that was an idea. Gone. Damn it.
Or if they do, we haven't seen them. That's part of why we're questioning this. Every day stuff ships out of this, but we never see stuff go in.
Do you have any idea where they might be shipping to?
They're sending them currently to all of the other Lockspire properties within Bracton. What comes out of this warehouse, for the most part, is metallic in nature.
And what kind of products do they typically export?
Lockspire exports everything, literally. Food, armaments, haircuts, clothes.
So, perhaps if a representative were to approach them of outside of Bracton, just to draw them into a potential trade deal, and then pretty much catch them in the act.
I don't think that they would be as blasé as to interact with someone so brazenly.
So basically, the brothers are often never seen.
For the most part, yes. Like Rodal said, he's only seen them once, and I have never seen them.
I would think it would probably be best then if we don't visit any Lockspire shops or anything, just so that none of them know our faces.
Is the warehouse connected to the sewer? I assume you have a sewer system.
And Brighton does not have a sewer system, no.
Oh. Ew, where's my... Ew.
Dirty bastards.
Gross. Okay, that's not that. Damn it! I'm thinking of all my cool, like, fucking
I was
Mission
thinking
Impossible
of
fucking-
something along the lines, same lines, but
bank robbing ideas and nothing. Balls.
Sneakies sneak in, and less sneakies keep watch until sneakies don't get sneaky anymore.
From what we know, though, there are no facilities within this warehouse that would require sewers either. We've never seen a person go into it.
Was this warehouse purpose-built, or did it exist before?
It was built around 6 months ago. It was built in 5 days by magical means.
what was there before?
Housing. Purchased by Lockspire. And then the tenants evicted.
Huh.
Knocked down, and then the bricks from the houses were used immediately to rebuild it as the warehouse.
I see.
So what's around the warehouses then? Is it more warehouses or more houses?
Houses. Fairly close. Not much of a perimeter around the outside of the warehouse.
Do you think that we could? Do you think there might be any kind of way in through the roof? I guess probably not.
We could
If there's
make
no
our way.
windows, I mean that would kind of just like that was not going to be very subtle though.
What's the roof like? Is it like wooden planks? Is it tiles? Isn't it?
You can see on the diagram it's tiled roofing.
It's not very easy to just rip off tiles. I mean, it is, but
It's loud.
It would be easier to sneak through a door,
yes.
so long as it's not a mimic. And I personally don't think it would be a good idea to use a mimic as the main
It's
entrance.
the front door. No, that would be a pretty
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
So maybe that's a worry for the inside. Not
They have been known to do that.
Oh.
joy.
These
Do
guys.
mimics eat anything particular? I mean, obviously, like I know because we've unfortunately had.
Sorry, I thought you were going to finish your sentence earlier and say, do mimics eat anything? Because the answer to that is yes.
Oh, how about then we get some slabs of meat from a butcher and just throw them at the doors just in case there's a mimic. Just to save ourselves from being eaten. Maybe if they're busy eating a slab of meat, then we can go by them without having to kill them.
I don't know if you've
basically,
ever interacted with a mimic before, but
Yes.
they can eat more than one thing at once.
Right.
The
Again,
question is
just
is
this.
there an easy way to find out if it's a mimic before it's too late?
Usually, stabbing it is a good idea.
It's not like a curved chain or a straight chain. You gotta look out for.
I'm afraid not, no.
Let's
That only
stab all
exists in
dogs.
the storybooks.
Or a big pointy stick.
I mean,
A 10-foot pole.
all of us. Randall, you carry a dagger at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've all got pointy implements. We can always just give a door a jab before we go through. So it looks like the front door is the way through.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what the inside is like at all? Any sort of rumours, speculation? Is it just opening to a big warehouse? Is it smaller rooms?
From what we've seen through the front doors, it is a large open warehouse filled with containers, crates. Although we did see stairs at the back, leading up to a gantry.
Okay. Are we talking like chest high, easily stealthable crates that we can crouch behind?
We're talking 10 to 15 foot high crates.
Oh, good. That's good. So that affords us some cover.
Indeed.
And if the guards are animated armors, we don't have to feel too bad about knocking a fool out. I think we could do this.
I would
Not tonight.
recommend sooner rather than later.
I mean, we could use tonight while the town is.
Actually,
Maybe people are trying to stay at home, having heard of the
yes, that's
altercation with a certain elemental.
Yep.
Do you happen to know anything about that, by the way? It's got the town rather shaken. People are afraid to go out tonight.
It's an excellent time to move. I kind of had a front row seat. It was yeah.
That's strange. No one mentioned you being there.
It was over pretty quickly. I can
She
imagine
is-
people running and
She has ways not to be seen.
yeah. I can be quite stealthy when I want to.
Do you know where the corpse of it went?
I don't, unfortunately, no.
The guards said that they were fighting an earth elemental, but then it just vanished.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was just there one minute, gone the next.
Dromir is investigating it.
Well, if you speak to him and he has any questions or anything, I wouldn't mind talking to him about it. If you see him first.
Of course. I'd go speak to him tomorrow, though. He's rather preoccupied right now. He's not in town tonight.
Oh.
Oh,
He's
he's able to leave.
he's travelled to the vault under the orders of the Grand Arcanist.
Oh. Okay.
Joys.
All right. Well,
Any idea when he'll be back?
The morning.
Pretty quick.
Wizards. They're rather good at quick.
wizards. Well, I mean, if we're gonna move tonight, then we should probably move now. The longer we wait, the quicker the sun will come.
Yeah. Especially while people are hiding inside.
Resolution reaches into a bandolier that she's got, takes out a small silvered potion, and puts it on the table. That might be useful for you.
What is it?
That's Alchemist's Ice. It's not particularly damaging, however. It will freeze someone in place rather aptly. It's quite potent, quite powerful. If you do not wish to kill them, I'd get them out of it fairly soon, otherwise frostbite will set in.
So this isn't personal use then?
What do you mean?
It's not like the D&D cyanide pill.
It's not because it's in a. You said it was a potion. Normally, I'd think to drink it.
No, it's in a
Not
glass.
this one.
This is a glass vial.
Right.
And glass is known for being rather breakable.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Warehouse then?
So, where, and how should we collect our payment?
Come
Should we
find
succeed?
Rodal. Come find Rodal afterwards with the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
That will be all.
We here, or should we meet you somewhere else?
At the Bastion. You won't see me again in regards to this.
Okay.
As far as you're concerned, I was never here, and neither was Rodal. You sensed something fishy about Lockspire yourself, so went to investigate it. Being as heroic and justice bound as you are.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Doing the dirty work.
Good. Well, I guess that concludes our meeting. Now, in order to make this as inconspicuous as possible, the bar staff are going to throw you out.
Grand.
Okay.
As far as you're concerned, you got a little too drunk and wandered into this part of town, searching for somewhere to drink.
Yeah, Randall.
Alright, well, God's be with you.
Still an old farmer.
We'll see you on the other side.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, the resolution just bangs on the wall next to her. Doof, doof, doof. After a moment, two very burly-looking gentlemen. One's got one eye, the other one's missing like a portion of like jaw here that's been healed over with a big scar. Right, there's some troublemakers back here. Come on then, get out. And starts manhandling you, but being very gentle for a manhandle, just making it look like you're being manhandled, and start raving you out of the booth.
Like,
And eventually-
no, get off me, copper.
But
Discriminating
out.
against the elderly.
they chuck you out onto the street and go, don't come back. And they throw a coin purse out. And take your stuff with you too.
Take the coin purse.
The coin purse has 100 gold in it.
Lovely. Ow, my hip.
Okay.
Just well then.
So what do we think? Do we do this tonight?
Makes sense.
We've
to
had a
move.
fairly
We can at least look
easy
at it
day.
tonight.
Well, a couple of days.
And they did say people were scared to be on the streets. Did we notice that it's particularly? I mean, it's going to be particularly empty here because it's dodgy anyway. But
Then it's evening.
let's just come
Because
on.
it's dark. There are very few people around.
Strike while the iron's hot. Let's go.
Let's go and take a look. And if it looks like we should go tonight, then we go tonight. Let's not be hasty. Let's not just charge in. Let's take a look at it first.
How long has it? Sorry.
And then if it looks like we can go tonight, then obviously we should. I think going tonight would be more beneficial, being that everyone is trying to stay indoors because they're scared.
How long has it been since I used that spell?
Been probably about an hour.
Okay, then it's fading now.
Okay.
Oh hey, Niss, it's you. I didn't realise. Oh my god. Huh.
Right. So perceptive.
Yeah, but should we all head off to the warehouse then?
Aye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why not?
So as you make your way towards the warehouse, as Rodal and Resolution said, the streets are rather empty. The only people you can really see around are the Everguard, occasionally. There seems to be a higher presence in most parts of the town tonight. Though, as you get close to where the warehouse is, the Everguard presence seems to peter off, as if they're avoiding a certain part of town.
That's useful.
I asked Julian to fly around the warehouse. Is it really the same as the image we saw? Is there anything different? Are there any of the armors walking around guarding it?
So, getting closer to the warehouse, before you get within viewing range yourselves, you send Julian out. Let's make Julian have a perception check, please.
I was going to say when we moved up closer, I'd like to check the perimeter as well.
That is a natural one.
Unfortunately, Julian cannot see anything.
It is dark.
He's an owl.
I know.
What colour are his eyes? It might help us. Depending on the colour, depends on the time of day they see it.
I don't know. So,
You should.
They're fey coloured. Yeah.
The
Right.
They're octrine.
Magic.
So, as you move in closer, make a perception check, please, Wulfric.
And I'll pull the shield out so that I can have the advantage. I'll take the 17 and not the 9. So that'll be 25. No, 26. No, 24.
25.
Sorry, 24.
Right, what have you got?
I went the wrong way. It was 17 plus 7, so it was 24.
Right. Yes, 24. There we go. So as you get close and you begin to skirt around the perimeter of this warehouse, it is much like Resolution said. It's a large warehouse, and it's probably around 100 feet wide and probably around 250 feet long. It's a very large building. There is a single entrance at the front, which is covered by a thick pair of iron doors. There are no other entrances. The actual roof is around 40 feet up. It's a very big building.
But basically everything we knew already.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Well then, guys.
What do we think?
Sneaky's in first, because I feel like I'm not going to be good at that.
Should we try knocking?
Is
mean-
that your magical knocking or knocking?
We have been told they've been known to put mimics as doors. Do you really want to knock?
Well, I was thinking more just throwing a stone or two at the doors to see if anyone opened it. Or anything opened it.
I don't.
'Cause I think-
Tae'la kicked the last mimic and it did
Yeah.
nothing. So
No, I was thinking more about someone opening it.
The thing is, though, they said about the automatons not really giving a shit about raising alarms or anything, only if something directly interferes with them. Not
Animated
automatons, armors. So if there is a knock at the door, then the armor is not going to respond to it, because it's programmed to do what it does.
I just figured that the door's probably locked, and if we can get something to open it from the inside, then we don't have to worry about opening it.
that is a good idea.
I mean, give
If
it
we
a
can
shot.
get something to open it.
And if
There
nothing,
is- There is no keyhole in the door, by the way.
I take a dagger. You still have the adventurer's lockpick anyway, Arxan. I take a regular dagger from a safe distance, throw it against the door.
Okay. It clangs against the iron of the door. You wait a few minutes, there's no response.
no,
So, plan
that's the idea.
B.
Okay, give it a little push.
You're going up to the door.
Yep.
Okay, you go up to the door and you push and it rattles slightly as it moves on its sliders.
Oh, it's a slidey door.
Yeah.
Right.
Defeated by
Well-
push-pull slide.
Oh, damn it! So is the other one.
It's like plugging in a USB.
Slide it a little
50-50
bit.
chance to get it wrong.
Does it?
Okay. As you grab, it's very heavy, but you manage to pull and it begins to slide open.
Okay.
Pick
Right.
the dagger up again.
So I only open it enough that we can squeeze through. I don't fully woof it up,
Okay.
and then I immediately duck low and go all solid snake.
Yeah. Okay. As you enter in, you look forward as from behind the closest set of boxes, 3 suits of armor just
Oh shit!
sound detected. Follow-up sound detected. Intruders detected. Please put down the weapon.
Attack. I attack.
I'm just like, ah.
There are
I'm not
two
going to-
kinds of people.
Let's roll for
Have we all
initiative
got,
then.
oh, okay. I guess we all have.
Oh no.
If going by what they told us, we put down the weapon and then they kill us anyway.
I am not joking. That's 2 crits
What?
with
What?
advantage. So
Fucking
one's a 1
sweet.
and one's a 20. I am not bullshitting.
Dope.
I picked good dice for that.
Yeah, you did.
It's a shame I don't get any deck bonus, but there we go.
All right.
Ooh.
Ugh, okay. Right. So 25 to 20.
20.
21. Sorry.
I literally could not physically do any better, so it doesn't matter.
No.
15 to 20?
19. She rolled well for initiative once.
Anyone else in that bracket? God, you're a terrible initiative. 10 to 15.
14. I was
14.
nearly in that bracket.
Almost. Almost.
Almost. I could kiss it. I'm that close.
Oh my. Anyone else in 10 to 15? Okay.
Oh,
so
no.
just the. And then 5 to 10?
9.
9. It's unfortunate. All right. Okay. So that brings us to first up is Niss.
I am running up to that one and draw the rapier, stab it
Okay.
with a green flame blade, so the guy next to it gets damage as well.
Okay.
That is a 15 plus 7, 22.
That. Yeah. It hits. And the dragon next to it.
And I'm guessing it's not sig attack in any way, but
No.
that's
Okay.
fine.
Definitely know you're there.
Yeah, yeah. So the regular thing is, it's a 5 plus 4 is 9 damage.
Okay.
And, hold on, how's that? That's 4 for the guy I just attacked for fire damage.
Okay.
And
The second
hold on,
one.
the second
Okay.
guy gets... Oh, the second guy gets
Mathematics.
6 plus 4, 10.
10. Okay. So as you run forward, you lunge with the rapier, catching between armor plates.
Sorry. 9. It's not dex, but intelligence.
You lunge forward with the rapier, catching between armor plates. As you do, a burst of green fire erupts from the blade, leaping to the next closest target, the one next to it, coating him in fire. What color fire?
Green!
Flame.
And then I use my bonus to hide again, because that's what I do.
You mean disengage?
Disengage and use the rest of my movement to hide.
Unless you want to take 2 long swords to the face. Do you?
I mean, not now. Ask me later.
Okay.
I might feel peckish. I don't know.
Wulfric goes near the top of the pack for once.
Yeah. I would like to.
Rage.
I'm going to move up to here
Okay.
and swing my sword and then conjure spiritual weapon behind the group
Okay.
as my bonus. So I'll do the initial attack. That's gonna be not very good. Plus 8. 14.
Unfortunately, the 14 will miss. Is that
Right.
is that you or the spiritual weapon?
That was me. And spiritual weapon is going to be a. Well, that's going to be better. So that's going to be a. 19.
That will hit. So the spiritual weapon hits.
Right. So spiritual weapon is
2d8.
2d8. That's going to be 10 points of radiant damage.
10 points of radiant damage to the one on the.
The one sort of in sandwich between us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lunging from the front. The celestial weapon of Helm is lunging from the back.
Yeah,
You
I was.
miss.
The attempt was to kebab, but we didn't.
Unfortunately, no sheesh here. Okay,
Yeah.
ending your turn. Randall.
Okay, I would like to cast Bane on all three of them. In which case they have to make charisma saving throws. And they need to beat a 16.
A 16. Charisma saving throw, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my word.
How charismatic are they? I mean,
Two of them got natural 20s.
Are you kidding?
very charismatic.
That was the only way they can actually pass. The third one, unfortunately, fails. The one at the back fails.
Okay, so the one at the back then has Bane on them. And they have to roll a d4 and subtract the number from any attack, roll, or saving throw.
Okay, so the back one is Bane.
Yeah, and I will move. I'm just going to move up to here. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, which will bring us to Tae'la.
I am going to cast Ice Knife on this guy.
Okay. We'll get light cover through throwing through an enemy.
Okay, so what does that add onto their AC? Then?
+2.
Plus 2. That's fine, because otherwise I'd
AC.
hit Wulfric and then I'd feel bad for like 2 seconds. So.
It's fine. He's from the north. He's fine with a bit cold.
Range spell
Yeah.
attack against the target. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Yay!
Okay.
So the damage of the knife is doubled, not the damage of the explosion.
Gotcha. Where's my D10s? Where are my D10s? That's 5 plus 4, so that's 9 from the knife, and then it
9.
explodes.
It does dexterity saving throw against all three of them.
To beat 16.
One of them does. The one that you struck does.
Yeah.
So the other two take
They take
2d6.
7 points of cold damage.
7. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so as the ice knife sinks into the armor plate of the back one, it explodes. The armor of the back one actually protecting it from the shards. It shatters out and catches the other two in the back, littering them with pieces of spike ice. Which brings us to the armor. They all into position and go, enemy detected. Initiating destruction protocol. Step
Bring
forward, step forward, and they all in unison sink
Oh shit.
towards you, Wulfric. 3 long swords. 2 misses, and 1 is a 21.
That'll hit.
Alright, so that will be. I did factor in the Bane, by the way, on the 1. Which brought him down to rolling a grand total of -1. Okay, so that is 5 points of slashing damage.
Cool.
As it cuts into you, unable to block from every direction. You manage to catch 2 of them, but the third one catches you on the shoulder, and just you feel a welt begin to spur up underneath. Arxan, it is your go.
Sorry to interject. I forgot Julian's initiative again. He rolled a 7. 6 plus 1.
Okay. Well, his punishment, he goes last.
That's fine.
Instead of second to last.
I'll move to here and hit this one with my sword twice.
Okay.
That's 24.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's 13 slashing damage on that one.
You just catch this guy, and just you feel the resistance start to go as the enchantment wears away, and you just push, and just bits of armor falls to the ground in
Oh, damn.
pieces as you just go.
Nice.
Let's break apart.
Okay,
that first
so he's dead then.
one. He is bit the dust.
Okay, I move to the
you did
next
half his
guy.
You did half his HP in one strike.
Holy shit.
I don't have that much health.
I moved to the second guy, same thing, and I rolled because I thought the first guy would have
That's fine.
survived,
Yeah,
so
what
I
did you get?
rolled overall 20,
That hits still, yeah.
and that's a reroll. 11 damage.
11 damage to the one at the back, right?
This one here.
Yeah. Okay, that's
The one with Bane. Yeah.
The baned one.
Burn.
As you bring your blade down, you catch it tearing a shoulder pad off this animated armor. It doesn't go down, but you've just taken a large chunk of it off. Okay, which will bring us to Julian. Oh, where is Julian? Julian. Oh god.
Can they do anything in the sense that they're the last in this round?
I mean, it will work until next round,
Yep.
like, if they help action. So yeah.
Yeah.
It works until their next turn.
Right.
Yeah.
Then I mean, I get my sneak attack anyway because. Can I get through them though? Because Arxan and Wulfric are both sort of blocking the way.
I mean, you could use the patented bow.
I could, but I know just because of the green flame blade, that's what I was thinking.
I mean, you can't attack through an ally, so
Yeah. Well, then I will use that bow then,
okay.
and that's a sneak attack though, because
It is indeed. You'll need to move to be able to see properly, though.
Yeah.
There we go.
So 16 plus 7, 23.
Yep, that will hit. Shockingly.
And that is 5, 10, 14, 16.
16 points of damage to which one? The baned one or the not baned one?
The not baned one.
The not baned one. That one, the arrow just strikes, and you see a small, like, blossom of blue as the arcane magic is dispelled, and it just clatters to the ground in pieces. Okay. Anything with your bonus action?
No, I think I'll be okay here.
Okay, which brings us to Wulfric.
Well then, I'm gonna move up next to it, and can I bring the? Well, I'm gonna hit it there, and then I'll bring the spiritual weapon next to it as well, and take it from two sides.
You're gonna do the
I'm gonna do the thing.
the ghetto to attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's 15 plus 8,
That hits.
and that'll be a 17 for the spiritual weapon.
The spiritual weapon misses. You hit.
Right.
But
Well, we took it in turns. We both hit once.
yeah.
Just a shame the spiritual weapon does more damage. Ooh, well, I say that, but that'll be 11 points of damage
All right. So as you bring your blade down into it, the magic enchantment meets magic enchantment, and your magic enchantment wins, and the suit of armor splits and collapses, rendering it simply an unusable set of armor.
Does it
So-
look like it fits?
It does not, because it has no interior. It's just solid.
Well, that's useless.
Gee, what a shame.
Almost like you don't
Okay.
want me to be covered in metal.
So, as you look around this warehouse now, you get a better idea. It's filled with these large crates, much taller than any of you. And at the back, there is a set of stone stairs leading up to what appears to be like an overview part at the back, like an office of sorts.
Should we crack open one of these crates with the adventurer's lockpick
I could.
to have a look and see what's inside?
It's not a bad shout.
I
I
mean,
send Julian flying again to have, air support.
Mhm.
Maybe see if someone is in the office.
You
Yeah.
can see into the office from where you are. There's nobody.
Oh,
there.
there's no. Good.
Arxan,
Well, I was
would you
gonna
do the
find
honours?
which one, but fair enough.
Any other armors though in the area, before we make more noise?
No, Julian sees none.
Oh, kiddo.
Pop one of these babies open. Let's see what's inside.
Okay.
Are we all doing that, or are we all just convening on one?
well, I think we should only do. Well, we don't need to do all of them, do we?
Let's make sure it's not a warehouse full of mimics.
Mm-hmm.
So again, dagger. I throw against one of the crates.
The thunk into the crate.
Fine, go ahead. Just
It does not
careful.
squeal. It has no mouth.
I'd like to think my
cannot
spiritual
scream.
weapon is just kind of hovering above me while it still lasts until
Just
it
in
ends.
case,
Just
so
be
it's like whack-a-mole.
dude, just
Yeah.
in case.
One moment.
Un momento, por
We've
favor.
lost a stew.
Anarchy. Quick, roll all the dice and see what happens.
Hey, we just won D&D. Woo!
Sorry, there's a storm coming outside, and my window is rattling like no tomorrow.
There's a storm coming.
There's a storm coming. So, you opening this crate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's very large, and as you pry it open, it takes a couple of you to steady the large piece of wood as you lay it down. Looking inside, there are a number of smaller crates in here. It's a crate within a crate. Opening up one of these crates, you find that they are all stacked full of weapons.
Oh,
Hmm.
shit. Are they arms dealers?
These are swords, axes, hammers. There are
Do they-
shields.
Do they look like they're good quality?
They look,
Yeah.
considering how many of them, they look exceptionally well made.
Do they bear any sort of manufacturing marks or like anything
manu-
that would?
No manufacturing marks. In fact, they all appear to be fashioned out of one piece of metal.
Oh,
There's no joining marks or anything like that.
It's a travesty.
so they're known for not making very good stuff that doesn't last for very long, and yet here is a crate full of weapons made from one piece of metal.
Really
See,
good.
I'm more worried about where these might be heading.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any
Um,
information outside on the crates, shipping wise?
Is there
That
any
sort of
locks
stuff
by
might be
logos, or are these like super
No,
incognito
these
crates?
are plain wooden crates. Cheap wood.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I think we might need to find some paperwork,
Yes.
a bit of a trail.
Yes. But I don't
Should,
like.
is it worth taking some of the stuff out of here,
I was going to suggest that, and
just so we have more evidence than just some bits of paper?
yeah, and I'd suggest looking in another crate as well, just to see whether there's a variation in supplies or if all of this warehouse is weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see whether or not they're supplying arms or arms and blank.
Right. Okay.
So I'd like to, wherever we found that crate, move to sort of the opposite end of the warehouse and check a crate
Yeah.
over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you open that crate, this one is filled with more boxes, though these ones are larger. And opening these up, you see neatly folded and carefully categorized are set after set after set of chainmail armor.
Oh shit!
Right.
Yeah, this is not
Yep.
good. They're outfitting an army.
Well,
Whose army is the important question.
Well, bearing in mind how long they've been in this town and how worried the other syndicates are of what they're doing, I'm pretty sure that either Rodal or Resolution mentioned that they've been delivering crates all across town, which
And out
would
of
suggest
town.
that
And out of town. Yeah.
which would suggest that maybe they're trying to take over the town entirely for themselves, which would then put all of the syndicates out of business and run them out of town, or kill anyone that got in their way. But
we know-
let's not jump to conclusions. Let's find a little bit more evidence. I'll grab one of the axes from the other crate. Let's put that in the bag of holding.
and I'd suggest a set of armor as well.
Would we know of any conflicts in the area nearby?
No, from what you know, there have been no conflicts, like open conflicts, direct conflicts, for ages. Usually it's like skirmishes with orcish war bands or fights with
Militias.
monsters. But there's no there's been no open warfare in any of your lifetimes.
Here's another
Okay,
question.
so we
How are they making these?
oh,
Would I have an inkling in terms of how the weapons were manufactured?
Make a blacksmithing check with intelligence.
15.
So, while you do not know how these were manufactured, it's not from lack of knowledge. It's from lack of any discernible signs of manufacturing at all.
Right.
These are, taking a longsword for example, there is a longsword. The hilt and the crossguard are the same piece of metal as the blade. The axes, the shaft is metal. It's the same piece of metal as the head. Everything is metal.
this couldn't be made from a cast or something.
There's no
I'm taking
manufacturing
it- I'm
equipment
taking
in
it as
there,
a-
is there?
There's no manufacturing equipment. The weapons do not have any casting lines on them or anything like that.
I'm taking this as an insult. There is no
amazing.
soul behind the craftsmanship.
But
There's
if
no
you remember,
This is purely for function.
Resolution and the captain said they don't take deliveries here. So they're being made and shipped out of here. There's no equipment to make them here. So where are they coming from?
Well, there's one way to find out. The office might have some paperwork.
Yeah, I think we need to get up there and have a look, but we also need to check for mimics.
So
I want to look for traps, mimics, everything.
Make an investigation check.
Investigation. No, that's a 12, not a 15. 12. Oh, it's a 15 in total.
Okay. Searching around the staircase and above, there are no traps. There's no door leading into this office, so the door can't be a mimic because there is no door. The office itself, as you look at it, it's rather sparse. There's not much in here. There is a desk with a chair. There is a bookcase. The bookcase has only a couple of books on it, and then a bunch of files.
Do you maybe want to detect magic? Would a mimic or anything like this also light up when there's detect magic going?
You don't know that much about mimics.
Well, it's
I mean,
worth
I can
seeing
try.
Anyway.
But
I
it's
know
gonna
them
take me
inside out.
It's going to take me 10 minutes, though.
That's okay. You do
Yeah.
your ritual. We'll search. While we're searching, you do that.
Okay, I'll just stand in the middle of the office and do my detect magic ritual.
Okay. So, the others, you're searching.
Mm-hmm.
Who's searching where?
I'd like to search the desk.
I'll search
Care-
the
care-
bookcase.
Careful.
Okay.
Careful.
I mean,
Alright.
the whole reason I was doing detect magic was in case the desk
Yeah.
was magic, but
So
sure.
let's
Oh,
let's
yeah,
have
so-
him finish the ritual first, please.
All right.
Okay.
It's just 10 minutes.
In which
So,
case,
10 minutes go by, and your ritual pops off. You look around with your magic eyes to find no magic in the area.
Okay. There's no magic that I can detect. Doesn't necessarily mean that nothing is a mimic, but I can't detect any magic.
Paranoid. So paranoid.
Do with that what you will.
I try and mage hand the desk drawers open.
You
Unless-
open them, and they open, and there's some stationery in there, a couple of pieces of blank paper.
Ooh.
No.
Randall goes over and
I-
starts taking the bits of paper out.
I'm looking at the bookcase.
Okay. Would you make an investigation check? Would anyone
Natural
like to take-
20.
Awesome. So, looking through the files, they all seem rather benign in terms of their like reports. It's sales reports. It's all by the book. There's nothing, that appears to be a problem. It all matches up. Most of the books there seem fairly simple. They're like synergistic solutions and you, that sort of thing. However, one book is unmarked. As you open it up, you find the first page.
Ooh.
It appears to be a script of some kind.
Fuck you.
I look over to a laughing Tae'la. You okay?
yeah, I look up from the desk, thinking.
I walk over.
I share the guy in the book.
What?
What were we just given? Sorry. Oh, okay.
Very good.
For those who can't see, that's
Oh,
the
Jesus.
B-movie script.
All the cameras have gone screwed up.
Ah,
Oh no. Oh. Why? Oh, we're having such like a.
The fact that you had that prepared.
yeah.
I'm taking that though. I'm keeping that with me forever.
Okay. So you take the unmarked book. Can can you get Joe back?
cameras.
Such a meme lord.
Where did Joe go?
I don't know.
Just drop
Job
the call.
out.
I'm sorry about the cameras, guys. I'm really sorry.
I have never been more confused in my life.
Well, while all this was happening, I was checking the desk.
Okay. Make an investigation roll.
13.
Okay. Apologies for the cameras. Hopefully Joe will be back soon. What was that? Sorry, you got in total?
13.
Ooh.
Is it just gonna be more B movie?
I'm gonna have fucking abs tomorrow after that. Holy shit. I was not prepared for the B movie.
So. 1 second.
Oh,
There he is.
Hello. Welcome back.
is his camera back yet?
Camera's
Yeah.
not back yet.
No, okay. But we're all roughly in the right place. There we go.
There we go. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So,
What
how
did you
was
get,
that for
sorry?
you, Joe?
Hey, Joe's back. Hey.
What did you get for your investigation roll?
13. Nothing
13.
special.
Okay. So, searching through the desk, you can't find anything untoward in any of the, in any of the drawers or anything like that. Though, searching on the underside of the desk, you find 2 levers. Pulling one of them pops the side off of this desk, revealing a hidden compartment in which there are a number of papers.
I just call Niss over. Because the desk does weird stuff, but not like creepy magic weird. It's got levers.
You didn't pull any of them, did you?
Maybe.
Okay. I mean, you're still alive. That's fine then. I come over, see if he activated any traps or.
Looking at it, there's just the hidden compartment full of papers.
I take out the papers, mage hand.
Yep.
What? Fool me once.
Fool me 18 times. Shame on you.
So, looking through the papers, there are reports of correspondence between someone and an unknown party, which refers to themselves as the Revolution, asking for shipments of arms and armor in exchange for coin. There are multiples of these, multiple receipts of recipiency. Probably there's 4 in total batches where a letter has been sent back to say we've received it.
Any mention of where to?
Doesn't say where to, does not say who from, but it does mention at one point it being outside of Bracton.
Huh.
Did you say there was 2 levers on the desk?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Niss, do you want to check the other lever to make sure it's
Can I check the other lever? Not pull it, but check if it's.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Wrong lever!
Of course, yeah.
The roll.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, that's good. 17.
Okay. Looking at it, it's not trapped in any way. You're not quite sure what it's linked to, but it's not trapped.
I still step back and mage-handed pull open.
Okay. As you pull it open, you hear like a sound of a clunk, followed by a and as you look out the window of this office now, you see in the center of the warehouse where a number of crates were, where there was a conspicuous area where there were no crates, the floor has fallen down into a long set of stairs that seems to descend down into the depths underneath Bracton.
Come into my lair, is it a spider?
And that's where we're in tonight's session.
Mysterious.
There we go. All right.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Remember, be good to each other.
Or else.
Or else Stu will come and find you.
Also,
And he'll disappear some more Derricks.
yeah, poor Derek and also poor me.
Yeah.
Don't 1v1 a Earth Elemental. Wouldn't recommend. Lessons were learned.
Well, we will see you all next week for another episode of Talevyrr. Next time, hopefully with less character death. That'd be nice.
Hopefully, we can hope.
Remember, the elemental stands on your head to make sure you're dead.
Yep, know that now. Alright, guys. Bye.
Bye.